gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Let us help you plan every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Allberg Funeral Chapel. Find us at DignityMemorial.com.
I went out to the Art of Granite, and I met Mitch. I love this story. Came to America with $300 in his pocket. He starts working in granite and then decides to have his own place. Art of Granite fabricates beautiful countertops. Get the latest quartz countertops. He is fabricating them daily with beautiful colors. And remember, the bathroom is always free when you have the kitchen done, and tear out and haul away is also free. Get a price on the phone, 303-386-5919. TheArtofGranite.com.
Dell Technologies' semi-annual sale has arrived, and it's time to upgrade to the latest business technology. Save big on laptops and desktops with Windows 11 Pro. Plus, get amazing deals on server, storage, and cloud solutions, as well as top work accessories, including docks, monitors, and more. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for special business offers during our semi-annual sale.
Have you ever noticed that when the afternoon light hits your floors, you can see everything, including dust?
So much dust.
And that floor dust gets kicked up into the air, compromising the quality of air you and your family breathe.
Eesh.
Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper is the fast and easy way to clean your floors with ultra-thick pads that trap and lock dust before it gets in the air. Just a couple minutes a day,
And dust is gone.
Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper. Proud partner of the American Lung Association.
During this interruption, let's talk about disruption. Emerging new channels, cookieless media. Marketers, are you missing out on one of the most engaged audiences in today's new open web? With Viant's programmatic software Adelphic, stay in tune with digital audio, stream the future on CTV, and level up with in-game, so you can see an average 3 times return on ad spend, maybe even on this very program next time. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now. Visit ViantNow.com to learn more.
Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky. You know, during these years of supply chain issues, a lot of folks have gotten used to having to wait a long time to get stuff done, even important stuff. But what if you need a new air conditioner or a new furnace as we eventually head into cooler weather? You don't want to wait. You can't wait. L&L Heating and Air Conditioning has these products in stock, air conditioners, furnaces, and so on, in stock, and can likely schedule you for install the very next day. So do not wait. Get in touch with L&L for all your HVAC needs. BestDenverHVAC.com. BestDenverHVAC.com.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's new homestyle French toast sticks today.
I'm Pinpoint Weather meteorologist Carly Cassidy with your forecast. Got a nice sunny day out there, plenty of sunshine, warming things up. Got the upper 80s this afternoon and southeast wind around 5 to 10.
Wendy's new homestyle French toast sticks are so good, some are saying they're better than their mom's French toast. Perfectly crispy on the outside, perfectly fluffy on the inside, perfectly perfect in every way. Try Wendy's new homestyle French toast sticks today and see if they're better than your mom's.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
You got that
Denver and iHeartRadio station. It's Tom Martin.
From Greenleaf. Remember, they charged him $179 for diagnostic? Yes. So they were really good about it. I spoke to Pat. They said, no problem, we'll refund his money. Good. So you can, whenever you get a minute, we can put that on.
Oh, this funeral is the longest funeral ever. Oh my gosh, my mom is crying.
She was a lovely woman.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone disliked her.
Yeah.
No. Well, you got
some folks.
Weirdos, yeah.
I'm not saying bad things.
Like what? What would they?
Oh, they're on like MSNBC saying just crazy things.
Like
she was an oppressor.
Oh. Yeah, well, they say that about the English Empire in general.
Exactly. Yeah, but it wasn't her. No.
So he's going to
But I know what you're saying.
On when you're talking, off when you're not. If you hit on when we're live on the commercials, you would go live. So just be mindful of that. Here's your volume. Mark, I think, is going to be remote, guys, so you can hit this offline
So
button.
does he really want to take the whole time for that?
I don't know how long it's going to be. But you can, when we're on breaks, you can hear offline and then back into programming. You may hear me whisper in your ear. I can remind you of that because I can talk to you.
Okay.
Let me know if you guys need anything. I'm behind the glass. Just wave me down or tell Ken to get me or whatever, and I'll be in to check on you guys.
If you need something, I can help you get it.
Fired a stolen pistol before school prayer, but he got a life sentence for the possibility of parole after 25 years. It was the maximum allowed at the time for someone his age. Carneal told the Courier Journal newspaper.
Oh, there we go. Easy peasy.
They
let me.
You did it on your phone?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Seriously? It gave it as a suggestion, so they must have thought the same
Did you
thing.
take it right now?
Yeah.
Let us get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they heard Tom
talking about it, and they already put it on there.
Yeah,
See, you didn't realize that I have full consulting services along with anything you do with me free of charge.
Yes, now it's finishes.
Okay, cool.
Cool. That was so
And then you forward the other one so you don't lose it.
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned that to me.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I messed these shirts up. I didn't
I didn't see it till this morning.
Last night after I was already done.
done.
I was like, oh my gosh. I got a lot on my plate.
Well, yes. Yes, you do.
Now it's all wonderful. As soon as you have the sheet, or not, if you're not, I'll write something down. Oh.
K-How News Time, 10:03.
They just finished remodeling.
I have it all printed out. I just forgot to get
Well,
it.
they're not finished yet.
No.
Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome.
Who they beat? Denver.
This is exciting for me to play here. Broncos. I played against the Denver Broncos before here. It was a crazy crowd to hear all the incollegiate, that they're doing on the defense and everything else. It was a special.
Oh, I gotta get all my software. I'm not doing anything. Just sitting there reading.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast. Denver freeway is starting to calm down out there as we hit that 10 o'clock hour. Still some slow spots about town. Starting into downtown, I-25 southbound showing speeds in the 30s and 40s between I-70 and Spear Boulevard. Heading southeast to the Aurora area, I-225 southbound, a regular slowdown between Parker Road and I-25. Heading far north to Commerce City area, I-270 westbound, no surprises here. Pretty regular.
I paid $12, but I own them both now. So.
Okay.
Box 31.
Yeah, forward in the other one.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
This afternoon with a high of 91 degrees. The current temperature in Denver is 69 degrees. Your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 6:30. K-How.
The European Union is on the verge of breaking apart, but their new laws and policies are working against them and making things worse. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. So listen to the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're looking for a safe, conservative investment, become thebanker.org. That's where you'll find Joe Piano, a licensed certified financial advisor with two goals: to provide safe, guaranteed returns and comfortable life. He has two products: Become the Banker, which is overfunding life insurance for tax-free returns, or a guaranteed retirement pension. Find out about both. BecomeTheBanker.org. Income for life. BecomeTheBanker.org.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical headaches and hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. What do you determine your home value? They make you a cash offer. Then, when Orchard sells your home for more than they paid you for, you keep all the profit. If you're ready to maximize your earnings on your old home and minimize the stress of selling, you need to try Orchard. Visit Orchard.com and see how you can get an all-cash offer today. Orchard, it's the new way to home.
Watch every pro football game at the Ultimate Resort, Monarch Casino Resort Spa Blackhawk, monarchblackhawk.com.
It's the Dan Kaplan Show. Afternoons 4 to 6. Monday at 4, you've got to love iron, right? A major poll of Colorado Latinos conducted by a pro-abortion group yields great news for GOP pro-life candidates across the state. Join me at 4.
Okay, we're going to get ready to go on. When you talk.
Come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. I love talking about CBD because it's a product that really works, and Panacea Life Sciences is the place to go. Panacea Life, it's RealCBDThatWorks.com. That's where you go to get it, and you put Tom in the promo code and get 30% off. Welcome to the show, the only show really anywhere that solves problems, answer questions, take complaints. We make your life a little easier. And we have some outbound calls. What does that mean? That means people have called us at 303-MARTINO. They can call us 24/7. And what we do is call them back and get them right on the show. We can do that with you if you ever have a problem and you don't know when to call in. You can call us at 303-MARTINO. You can call 24/7 anytime you want. Just leave your message. Make sure you leave a phone number, right? Okay, and we'd love to help you out. Like, for example, Kaylin, we're going to talk to. And we'll talk to you, too. Now, you can also call the show directly at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Just a little review of last week. We really talked a lot about government, like taxes and benefits, unemployment screw-ups, also motor vehicles, cats being stolen, people not knowing what to do. We've also talked about a security system. We talked about with insurance. Insurance was made out to both an insurance company, made it out to both the mortgage company and the person. She can't get her money to get her house repaired. All kinds of stuff. But the number one problem, home improvements, people paying money up front and getting nothing in return. We have a lot of problems with that. So we're going to go over these. If you ever wonder, are we working on them? We are. We have all kinds of stuff going on at all times. So if you ever want to ask what's happening and what is going on with a specific case, let us know. We're also trying out our remote equipment. Mark is out and about on a trip, and we wanted to check out our remote equipment, as we always do. Eventually, we'd love to be able to have the show remote where you can call in and we can take your calls from the road even. I don't know if we're going to test that out very soon, but we're working on it. Mark, are you there, sir? Is Mark up, Shannon?
I am. I think we've got a pretty good delay.
Oh, do you think we have a delay, Shannon? Okay, here's the way I want to test it. I'll say go, and then you come back and tell me hello. Go.
Hello.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a pretty good, what is it, 1 second, at least 2 seconds? Anyway, thanks, Mark. I'll keep that in mind when we're talking. Kaylin, what's happening with Home Depot? What's going on?
Well, I had I bought 12 windows from Home Depot.
12 windows. Now, why did you go to Home Depot for them?
Because I had 2 other quotes, and they were, I had my main floor windows put in from Home Depot 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you're used to dealing with them, and you bought 12 windows from them. When did you do that, the most recent purchase?
That was back in April, and the install was on July 11th.
Now, were they going to install them, or they arranged for that?
Yeah, they arranged for that. They did that, and that's included in the price.
Okay. And that was in July. So what happened?
So the installers came, and they said they have 12 windows to install, but they only had 11.
Did you
So
count?
they-
Did you count them?
Yeah, because one is the one window that they didn't have is my my living room window.
Okay.
And it's a special window.
What's
It's
special about it?
It's not a slider. It's just a pane window.
Is it what they call a fixed window, just a pane?
Yeah, yeah. So we were getting a double pane, and because
Okay, but they don't open, right? They just sit there?
Correct.
Are they bay windows?
No.
Okay.
It's just
They call those fixed lights. So you were getting a fixed light, they call it, and it did not show up. Okay, so where do we stand today?
Well, I'm still waiting for. Evidently, on Friday they called me, but I had to. Every time I've called Home Depot, I've had to call them.
But Kaylin,
I've asked
are
for
all the other windows installed?
Correct. They are all
And
installed.
the work is all fine. You're just waiting on this one. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, what can we do to help you? We do have someone at Home Depot that responds to problems pretty well. Do you want us to send that along to them and kind of light a fire? Or what was the call on Friday?
They said that they think it's in the warehouse, but they're not sure. Which, really? How are you not sure if it's on the
I don't even
warehouse?
understand, though. Why would they even call you to tell you that?
Well, I've been asking.
Oh, okay, I
where's
got
my
it. They
window?
called you back. So,
yeah.
Listen, Suze, we got a pretty good Home Depot angel, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's send this off to
Sure.
Home Depot. Hold on, I'll put Sue's name on this. She'll let us know what he says. By angel, for everyone listening, we mean there's someone at the company who gives a damn. And we kind of get through to them, and then they look up the problem. It's a pretty good arrangement. So hold on, Kaylin, okay?
Okay.
And we'll see if we can take care of this for you. 303-713-TALK. It's a good time then to talk to our guests, John and Jessica. They run Noah's Ark Custom Finishes in Colorado Springs. How far north do you go, guys? Now, we do have, put that right in front of your mouth there. You can move that. Okay. You don't want to talk, Jessica? Okay. John, how far? No, you got to turn that on. Yeah, there you go, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, Mark?
I'm good now. I connected through the Starlink, and it is 1,000,000 times better than the phone I had. So.
Oh, so you were connected through a phone line?
No, I was connected actually through my phone, using it as a hotspot.
Oh. Now Starlink really works well, huh? No latency at all. Wow.
Almost zero latency.
No, I mean, I know because you're responding to me
It's
immediately.
coming in loud and clear.
Yeah, very good, very
Like a
good.
burger.
That's good to know, Mark. Starlink, if people are listening, Mark puts that in his motorhome and takes it with him. And Mark, can it be portable? Like, for example, can it be really portable if you want it to be?
So they have two different kinds. The one for the home, they look identical to the RV version, but the software is different. You can pause the service on the RV version, and you can also move it from state to state. The home version, even though it's the exact same equipment, you can't pick it up and bring it somewhere else, like to another state, and light it right back up, nor can you pause it like you can the RV version.
Now, with the RV version, or let's just call it the portable version, is it more per month when you do activate it?
It costs $15 more a month, so it's $135 a month versus $120 or $125
But the
for the home.
$135, you get the convenience of turning on and off.
For a month.
Okay, you can't pause more than a month?
Yeah, once you pay the $135, you have it for a month. Then you can pause it and not use it for 3 or 4 more months.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. And how big is the equipment that you take with you?
It's very small. It looks just like the ones you see at home. It's identical equipment. So
Well,
it's
I don't know
like,
what that looks like, though, Mark. What does that like? What size is the antenna or dish?
It's a flat dish that sits on a little tripod, and the flat dish is probably 2 feet by 1 foot rectangular, and then as soon as you plug it into an outlet, it instantly moves and finds its home. I mean, it's so instant.
Wow,
it's
but
crazy.
it has to be out in the clear to be able to see outside, right? You can't be in a building with that, right?
No, it has to be outside.
Okay, so if you were at a hotel room, could you theoretically use it out a window?
Maybe. That'd be a tough one. Maybe.
Okay.
Everything would have to align perfectly.
All right. All right, good. This is excellent. I want to talk to John from Noah's Ark. Now, the name of the company, Noah's Ark Custom Finishes, you also do handyman services?
Yes, sir.
Like what do you mean by hand? Because handymen are really needed, and I asked how far north you came. So how far north?
We come up to Castle Rock.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So handyman services, what does that mean?
I can come in, put in
Can you
ceiling
install
fans.
that window? Can you install that window, or is that a little more?
I'm not going to do windows.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
But
right.
I'll do ceiling fans. I can switch out, a sink faucet.
Yeah.
You know, put in outlets.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay, minor stuff.
Yeah, minor stuff. We're mostly painting.
Can you hang wall coverings?
Oh, yeah. Yes, we can.
Can you do window coverings?
No, we don't do window
Like
coverings.
drapes? Can you hang
Oh,
drapes,
yes,
blinds?
of
That's
course,
what I mean.
yes. Okay, I thought you meant like putting the, how they have the designs on the windows.
No.
Yeah.
But if they have them, you can hang them.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. So, but do you do mostly painting
Mostly
and finishes?
painting, yeah.
What kind of finishes?
We do refinishing of cabinets is one of our big things.
So, do you do them in place in the kitchen?
A lot of times what we'll do is if the customer's garage is available, I'll make a spray booth out there, and I take the doors and the drawer fronts off, take them out there, and I spray them, and I do everything out there. The boxes we do in place. If their garage is not available, I have a small shop at the house, and then I'll take them off.
What kind of finishes can you do?
Well,
like if they're painted already, I imagine that would be.
A lot of times I want to just repaint them. They might want to go a different color. They might just want to, they're white, but they're 20 years old, so it's turned yellow over time. So we'll just we'll fresh them up.
But can you give a different finish?
Well, we do some faux finishing. Yeah, so we'll do a glaze over the top of them. So a lot of times we'll paint them in off-white, and then we'll take a glaze.
To antique it?
Yeah, to antique it, exactly. Yep.
But as far as wood, do you refinish wood?
As far
like the wood
as
cabinets, solid wood cabinets.
Well,
if you had.
like
can you
like if they were already stained and you wanted to restain them? Is that what you're saying?
or just just refinish.
Yeah, of course we can do that. Yeah, we can sand them down and re-lacquer them.
Okay, that's
Yep.
what I mean.
Yep.
And you can and you do have a shop you can take them to, or you can do it. You set up a paint booth with the plastic and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so cabinets are a big deal.
Cabinets are a big deal. Just millwork. They want us to come in and do their millwork and their
What
doors.
does that mean, millwork?
The door jambs, the baseboards, the window.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So you can match those. And
Well, a lot of times we'll come in and just we'll repaint
redo
them
them?
all. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then as far as outside, what do you do?
Oh, we do everything on the outside. Yeah. That's really our bread and butter. Probably 7 months out of the year.
Give me an idea.
Well, we'll come in and
paint the house.
Yeah, we'll paint exactly. We do mostly exterior painting. So
you can paint the whole house.
Oh yeah, we do we do all whole house painting.
Do you do interior painting?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Decks?
Do decks. We do pergolas. We do fences. Yes, sir.
Do you build decks or not?
No, we don't build decks.
Okay.
No,
But
but
you
I can come in and we'll pressure wash
repair
it.
when you.
Yeah, if it's a minor repair, I can.
Yeah,
But we don't do the whole
replace
deck.
planks and stuff.
Exactly.
Very cool. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255.
The podcast In Trust tells the story of a system that stripped oil and land wealth from the Osage Nation, dollar by dollar, acre by acre, over the course of a century, and how the Osage Nation is working to get it back.
I don't get it. I don't understand why the management of these resources is kept a secret from the beneficiaries.
Listen to In Trust on the iHeart.
In this time of mortgage
Isn't it a
uncertainty,
great thing to have a liquid loan? A liquid loan, what is it? Well, theliquidloan.com is from Affordable Interest Mortgage. And what it is a 30-year line of credit. It pays off your first, or it helps you buy the house, and then it's simple interest. You can decide how to pay it, and If you want to pay interest only, keep the payments down, or you want to pay principal regularly, you'll pay it off quicker and pay less interest than conventional loans, even with today's rates. The other thing you can do, of course, is you can always just put a lump sum down on the principal anytime you want. And if you need the money back, you can borrow it back because it is liquid, and I mean it. So you can borrow it, pay it down, borrow it back, and every dollar you keep in the same bank gives you an interest credit for that amount of money. It's an amazing product. Find out more from Affordable Interest Mortgage, 720-895-0500, theliquidloan.com. Another way to get cash is to sell your old jewelry. Now, a lot of people think of that as being junk, and that's true. You do have a lot of junk jewelry, don't you, in that drawer that you never like to look at with the tangled messes, mismatched earrings, broken watches. Well, all of that can be sold at David Ellis Jewelry. He'll weigh it and pay it. But he also will buy your vintage jewelry and precious stones. David Ellis, a name you've trusted for 40 years. Go see him. 3rd and Clayton. That's 2640 East 3rd. Look for the black awning. DavidEllisJewelry.com, 303-322-8779.
Do you feel like your feet are stepping on broken glass? Sharp pain or tingling in the feet or hands are symptoms of peripheral neuropathy. Are you taking drugs like Lyrica or gabapentin, but they never seem to fix your neuropathy? Are you worried about their side effects? There's a better way. Front Range Medical Center can help. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and debility.
Wow, it's a little crazy.
Relieve you from neuropathy with no injections and no drugs, using the newest, most advanced treatment. You can start feeling
I didn't realize it was the speakers that switched over, not the headphones.
Oh.
Made me nervous. I'm okay though.
Okay, you think you'll be getting your poo together today?
No, it's bad. I had maybe an hour of sleep last night.
Oh, really? Did you just fly back yesterday?
Yeah, I landed at 1, and then Broncos all day until late. And then,
I wonder if I go in the app, Mark, if it's a different. Schedule your delivery.
Too political. They're trying to change the
schedule delivery appointment. Let me see what happens when I'm online.
Dollars in viewership, and he was one of the main cause of it. He was outside what they considered the norm of reporting.
Yeah, they don't hardly have any viewership anymore.
No.
But they have like 500,000 maybe.
That's what they have in their demo.
Yeah, that's not much. I think Fox has like 8 million, 8 or 9 million.
You know what? Just on a different topic, can you imagine standing in line for 13 hours?
Schedule your
just to
delivery.
See a coffin that's closed. Oof. I can't either.
Yeah. Oh, it's closed too?
It's closed?
Well, yeah, of course a closed casket.
Okay.
Put the reservation
it's
number
draped
in
in
for
a British flag
Okay.
with roses.
Okay,
or, stuff
reservation
on top.
number.
So to wait 13 hours just to walk past the casket is
Gotta
something
find that.
I don't think any of us can understand.
No. Well, we have presidents, and they're only in there for 48 years.
What the fuck is the reservation number? I didn't see that.
So.
Let me see.
I can't believe how they do that.
I don't know about
You're walking past the casket.
Yeah.
To me, it makes no sense.
I don't know a reservation number, but I have this
Must not
other
have
number, this RN
Also,
number.
we,
Maybe that's it.
Well, we don't understand
RN
loyalty.
is probably reservation.
No, we don't.
Number.
Okay. Here you go. It's in your IM in a second.
You know, to Americans,
Wait
give
for it.
somebody
Bastards.
that kind of respect
I'm
merely
sure.
because
I mean,
they're the
you
child
would
of
think they
somebody.
would give you more than
We just
2
can't
days.
deal with that.
Yeah.
Which is why we had the revolution 250 years ago.
This guy's going to own the world. If you buy a fucking sandwich, Elon's going to sell it to you.
I trust him to do it. Better than whatever malaria-laden thing you get from Bill Gates.
I'm pretty impressed by the connection now.
When is that clock going to be back to working?
I wish
You know what
I
they
was
say,
in on
Tom?
the
It's right twice a day.
I get nothing. They purposely do not tell
2
me.
minutes off. 2 minutes off. And 2 hours off.
Way more than 2 hours off. The
Well, it's
minutes
2 hours,
used to
2
be
hours
on.
and 3 minutes.
The
right?
minutes used.
Cast now. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right, let's talk to Yakov, who has a question, and anyone else who has a problem, question, concern, anything we can help you with. Give us a call at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. And, Suze, do we have access to that voicemail we played on Friday? I wanted to play it again. Good. Somebody on the Sleaze Brigade wants to know what's going on with that, and we need to know what you think of that. Yakov.
I think we need to get him on.
Well, we need to get him on to talk to him, you mean? Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good idea. Yakov, let's talk to you about your Microsoft.
Hi, Tom, how are you?
What's going on with Microsoft?
Good. So I work for a nonprofit here in town, and I manage some of the computer aspects. And we have a Microsoft account, nonprofit, and it has certain benefits for us. It was a dormant account that we had, a separate account in the past that we had set up about 5 years ago, but hadn't used since then. And all of a sudden, we had two large charges.
Now, when you say a dormant account, what was it used for at one time?
I believe it was to help us get access to things like Microsoft Word, Excel, and things like that. And this was, for some reason, we had set it up twice. The first time we set it up didn't work properly, and we just forgot about it. It was open. The account was open, but it wasn't doing anything for us. We had even forgotten the password.
Okay, so what about the second account? Did you use any of them?
Yes, the second account is active. We get charged small amounts every month per user, something about like $10 per user.
And what is it used for?
It's to give us access. It's subscriptions to Microsoft.
Okay. So then one account with Microsoft was dormant and one was active. So now what?
Correct. Now, on both of these accounts, we had set it up with a Chase business credit card for whatever the charges would be. And all of a sudden, this first dormant account pops up with a number of charges. The two primary ones that I'm calling about were this past April 2nd and May 5th. Both of them were for $3,397.
Wait a minute. Only on the dormant account?
Correct.
Now, did it come out of nowhere?
Yes.
$3,300. Two $3,300 charges?
Yes.
And how did they take the money or just charge you?
They charged it to the credit card. When we noticed it, we called Microsoft. They bounced us from one department to another department.
Just tell your credit card.
Goliath.
Just tell your credit card.
So we did. We disputed it to the credit card. Then they reinstated it on the credit card, saying that it's pending because it was a merchant that we actually dealt with.
What do you mean a merchant?
It's not. The merchant over here is Microsoft, and it's not completely fraud. Fraud, they consider, is when a charge appears that you never walked into that store ever.
So the two charges were made to your credit card, $3,300 each.
Correct.
That's amazing. And Microsoft, they would contact Microsoft though and ask what they were for.
Right. So Microsoft is saying that according to their systems, it seems like we applied for some type of remote computer use, which would have explained these charges, except that our business has no need for such systems. We work in Wi-Fi, and we're a small nonprofit, so we don't need that type of system. In addition to the fact that we're small,
hold on. But did they
employees.
show that it was?
Correct.
Did they show you ever got access or used it at all?
So they went through that. We don't know if it was fraud or anything because it shows up as a legitimate Microsoft charge, and there's no one else that is necessarily hacked in. They have closed that account since because we're not using it. But they're saying that it's a legitimate charge.
Are they saying that you actually used that service at one time?
No.
Is it like Azure?
I don't know what that is.
Azure is ASSURE.
Oh.
It's one of their services. Do you know what specifically the charge was for?
I don't know, and I don't know. I'm not sure if my contact knew either. They give them very vague ideas of what the charges are for. So I never even got a statement for it.
Well, wait, your credit card did not. I just need to know, did your credit card reinstate the charge?
They reinstated it, saying that it's pending for another 45 days.
And what does that mean?
That means that they're going to go back and forth. They may keep it because they're not getting word from Microsoft that it's actually fraud or that it's untrue, that we never purchased this. Now, even those 45 days is difficult. We're talking about almost $8,000 here, or $7,000 coming from a small nonprofit.
But Microsoft has to do more than say it's a legitimate charge. They have to say what it is, who incurred it, what it was for, when the services were rendered. They can't just say it's legit.
Well, let's say they say that according to their system, someone clicked on this button to subscribe to this. Now, we're saying it's totally not true because we never even had access. We forgot our passwords. We never did it. But let's just say that they say, according to our system, someone clicked it and it is a legitimate charge. And then Chase is going to go ahead and charge us.
Yeah, but where do they get the credit card tied to that account?
So they had the credit card from 5 years ago when we originally opened up the account.
Yeah, but the account still on for 5 years ago?
It was on. It was a dormant account, but it was active until we closed it after these.
What I'm asking is the credit card. You had the same expiration date and everything?
Yes.
And somebody bought something on that account, they're saying. They should
That's
listen.
what they're saying.
I'm telling you that you have to press your credit card to press them. You can't just use, what credit card is it?
It's Chase Southwest business card.
You're going to have to press them at Chase to really press Microsoft and say, look, can you imagine all anyone has to say is, yes, it's legit? I mean, we never used a service like that. We don't have a service like that. They have to give more information. And Microsoft
Tom, I had a very funny conversation with Chase.
All right, hold on. This is frustrating. Anyone else, give us a call, 303-713-TALK. We'll come back to Yakov and more.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
Denver Metro starting to calm down after a busy morning out there on the roads and freeways. I-25 southbound showing speeds in the 30s and 40s between 38th and Colfax into downtown. Otherwise pretty easy driving throughout the Denver Metro. I-70 east and westbound flowing free from the foothills to DIA and back again. On the south end of town, I-225 north and southbound, no complaints for our friends in Aurora and DTC. And up on the northeast end of town, I-76 east and westbound free and clear as well. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies today with a high of 91 degrees this afternoon, overnight low of 59. The current temperature in Denver is 75 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
The European Union could be on the verge of breaking apart, but their new laws and policies are working against them and making things worse. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. So listen to The Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I love stem cell therapy.
Alternative to joint replacement surgery. And here's the thing. Up until just a week ago, we didn't have a great clinic that we believed in because a lot of the genuine stem cell therapy clinics have gone away. But now Denver Regenerative Medicine, they've been around for 10 years doing real stem cell therapy. They approached us, and they are wanting people to know about their services. It's a one-treatment, 3-hour, pain-free. They use real stem cells from your body and re-inject them where they're needed. They have great results. They'll do a free stem cell evaluation first by phone with a physician just to see if the area is one where they have had a lot of success. It's totally free with no obligation. They've been doing this for 10 years. Now, it's not for everyone, but they'll be truthful with you. Real Stem Cell Therapy, denverregen.com, 833-STEM-GEN. Call for a free evaluation and ask your questions, 833-STEM-GEN. Another place you can ask questions is with Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He is doing a free market analysis for anyone who wants to know what their house will sell for. Like, with this market, inflation and interest rates, did it affect the price of your house? In some cases, it has. He'll go through records of comparables, the similar houses, sizes, measurements, and he'll give you an honest-to-God evaluation based on real facts and figures, his 27 years of experience, and no gimmicks. Call for your analysis free of charge, 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Trees make you feel good, and the Tree Farm's 50-cent tree.
All right, YouTube.
I always see these people in these comments, and I'm like, why are these people listening?
Come on. Always hateful.
Hateful and complaining.
The YouTube bunch.
Yeah.
Man, they always do dumb shit.
Yeah. That News Junkie, and then there's another one, Tool something. Tool Slayer, yeah, they're always on there.
Hi, this message is for Veronica. This is Suzanne with the Tom Martino Show. Got your email that you had a follow-up from a call from last fall. We just need to get you on the show via telephone to tell Tom about it. Tell him what the follow-up is and where it stands now so we can best help you going forward. We're live Monday through Friday, 10 to 2. Please give me a call back, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. I'm also going to shoot you an email. If you don't see that, please check your spam. Thank you again, 303-MARTINO.
Sloppy game. I mean, Hackett is a terrible, terrible coach.
Yeah, he really screwed up the first game.
And he totally did the same thing this time with miscommunication, timeouts when he shouldn't. It's just
learning curve. They better give him more than a year or two.
Well, you know, a couple of the broadcasts said he needs to let the offensive and defensive coordinators do their job, and he needs to manage the time and the players. He's got too much on his mind, and he's missing crucial things. They had to call timeout because on a punt, the other Houston was punting, then nobody
back on the show.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah.
How did Russell do?
He looked terrible.
Wow.
He was like 6 for 20 on the first.
Russell was terrible?
Yeah, he was 6 for 20 in the first.
All right.
That's not good.
Yeah, he did not look good.
25%. Let's see here.
Did not look good
Show
at all.
appearances. Okay,
Well, he's
Marty.
asking everybody, I guess.
Me too.
Well, they didn't play any of them in the preseason games either, did he?
What was that?
They didn't play any of the starters in any of the preseason games.
I know.
They should have. Because Russell had to get used to everybody.
I'm not sure if that's it as much as it is just bad coaching and having too much to do, so he's not focusing on little things.
Yeah.
That's why you have offensive and defensive coordinators, so the head coach can function on other ways.
Can you help us locate him?
Going for that 60
Lost
yard
contact with our son.
That was
Ooh.
They should have tried to get a first down and then went for a field goal.
Yeah, like the thing, you're paying this guy, $25 million a year. You got to have faith.
An iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. WaterPros.net will get you drinking water at your kitchen fountain, the best systems at the lowest prices. Triple filter reverse osmosis, under $1,000, fully installed. WaterPros.net. That's WaterPros.net. You don't do better. So, what's really amazing to me is how this happens with credit cards. And by the way, Microsoft is not the only one. Something happened to me one time where I had a charge from Apple, could not even find out what it was. There was no one to talk to. So my credit card company said, well, we can't take it off because what they said was, if someone used your card, then we're going to have to cancel your card. And I said, I don't want to cancel my card. I just want to dispute this charge. And what is it for? And I said, I don't know. And they said, well, you have to tell us what it's for in order to dispute it or contact the company. I says, Well, you can't contact a company. There's no one to talk to. I mean, sometimes this credit card stuff is getting crazy. It really is. You don't have a voice. And I had the same exact thing happen with a Microsoft charge. And then I had one with PayPal, which was ridiculous. I mean, when you get caught in this digital hell, there's nothing you can do. With PayPal, it was just a charge on PayPal, but no merchant associated with it. What do you do when charges show up and you want to get rid of them? You should have the right to do it because as far as I'm concerned, the credit card company is your tool for payment. And it's up to the company, if they believe you owe the money, to come after you. Let Microsoft come after them for it. And then they have to prove. But with a credit card company, their level of proof is way less than it would be if they went to court. For a credit card company, sometimes all a merchant has to say is, it's legit. They have to give no details whatsoever, and the credit card company washes their hands of it. And it shouldn't be that way. So then if you decide not to pay because you're pissed off at Microsoft, it's the credit card that dings your credit, not Microsoft. Yakov, I'd like to ask about this charge, and you were about to tell us something. You said you have no idea what it is. In fact, Microsoft can't give you details on what it is, can they? You work in IT.
They're telling me it's some type of remote system.
But what did they mean, remote system? Come on, did you get more detail? What, is it hard? Well, let's start this way. Hold on. We'll start this way. I'll do the 20 questions like, is it bigger than a bread box? Here's my first question. Is it hardware or software?
Software.
Is it a $3,300 charge per month?
It appeared twice within a month range. I don't know. It appeared on April 2nd and May 5th of this year.
April and May. But we don't know if it's a one-time charge or a yearly charge or a monthly charge or whatever. We don't know. And what kind of subscription did they say it was for?
It's for a type of remote access. Like if you would have people working in tandem in different locations, and they have to have real-time sharing and a remote computer system. That's what they would use.
Is it like a server?
Perhaps.
Mark, it sounds to me like a server.
I think it's probably an Azure service. And I had an issue with them a long time ago, man, and I could not get them to refund the money. I finally ended up taking the local office to small claims court, and then I finally got a phone call from someone that got it handled. But it took a lot of work.
And the question over here is, first of all, I had a very interesting conversation with Chase. They have two separate departments. One is called merchant disputes, and one is fraud. The fraud department said this doesn't apply for fraud because you actually dealt with this merchant. And the merchant disputes.
Well, hold on. You may have dealt with the merchant, but you're not. Maybe the merchant isn't the one that did it. Maybe someone else used your card.
But they're saying that as far as we know, you dealt with this merchant. It means if you go to the store and you buy a pair of shoes.
No, I get it. You don't have to.
I told you $100.
Yakov, spare me, bro. I know what you're talking about. You dealt with the merchant before. That doesn't mean the merchant should be exonerated every single time. I understand that.
I agree with you.
So what we need, the very first thing we need, Yakov, is you must tell us exactly. You have to get exact. You want to know all about this remote service. You need to know all about it. And I'm telling you, you need to call. And if you have to call with one of our people on a conference, we'll do that. But you must find out. Tell Suze if you need someone to help you with that. But you say you work in IT. You should be able to get an exact description of what this was. That's the very first thing we do. And then call us back. Or get in touch with us. Suze, let's just see if he can do that for himself. Find out exactly what you're being charged for, and then hound your credit card company. You want more than Microsoft saying, oh yeah, it's legit. You want to know, has anyone accessed the service? Have they actually used the service? Theodore, what's going on with you? What's happening? Theodore.
I'm alive, sir.
Yeah?
have been having issues with Metro PCS.
Now, Metro PCS phone. Okay, how long have you had Metro?
I've been with them since last June.
Okay, and what's the problem?
Well, one of the phones that I had, it completely crashed on me because it wouldn't hold a charge anymore and whatnot. And so I was going to try and get it exchanged with the insurance. But the problem was that I got told that I was going to have to wait 5 to 7 days for that phone to come in. Well, I'm disabled, and
now listen, how many phones do you have with them?
Right now, just one.
Okay, so when you say one of the phones, you mean that phone went out?
Yeah, the phone. Yeah, that phone went out. So
you don't have any other phones?
No.
Okay, so the phone went out, meaning it doesn't take a charge.
Right.
Okay, is equipment part of your plan?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, when you started in June, did they supply that phone?
No. That one was completely new. I had gotten it back, and I think
Theodore, here's what I need to know. This phone that you have on PCS.
The phone that I have right now, I got it this month because I didn't want to wait the 5 to 7 days.
I'm not talking about that one, Theodore.
Right.
The one you're calling about, the phone that doesn't take a charge, was that provided to you from Metro?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. You got the service in June.
Sorry.
When you got the service, did you have your own phone, or did they supply the phone to you?
That phone I had already bought a while back.
Okay, so Theodore, when you got Metro PCS, you already had your own phone, right?
I had to get a brand new phone actually at that time.
Okay. But Ted, Theodore, I can't help you unless I know exactly what's going on. So I'm going to ask you once again. Who did you have before Metro PCS?
T-Mobile.
Okay. Now, you switched from T-Mobile to Metro. When you switched, did Metro send you a phone?
No, I bought one at the store.
What
the
store?
store?
At the Metro store?
Metro store, yeah.
Okay, so you bought one from Metro PCS?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of phone?
It was an LG.
Okay, so this LG phone, if you just bought it in June, should still be under warranty. Is that right? Okay. I'm so sorry, Theodore. There was a communication problem. I'm not sure what it was or why. And I understand you hung up because you couldn't answer questions. I'm sorry. Maybe I've never said this before. I'm going to be pretty patient and ask the questions I need to know. And if you can't answer them, then you should also hang up. I mean, without answers, I can't help. And what I was trying to discern, is this a phone under warranty? Should we go to LG for him? Or was it a Metro problem? Or did he buy the phone somewhere else? There are all kinds of things we need to know about that equipment. Then he said he went out and bought another phone because he couldn't wait. Well, was he having a problem with that phone? That would be my next question. These are logical questions we need to know in order to help people. So, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255.
Hey, Tom, at least I'll give you some good news
about
a problem from last week.
Okay, hold on. I want to make sure we have time to take this problem from last week. I don't. Hold on. We have to come back.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories podcast.
Denver Metro starting to calm down after a busy morning out there on the roads and freeways. I-25 southbound showing speeds in the 30s and 40s between 38th and Colfax into downtown. Otherwise pretty easy driving throughout the Denver Metro. I-70 east and westbound flowing free from the foothills to DIA and back again. On the south end of town, I-2...
Why? But its story is not. It was part of a larger company and only lasted 18 months, which was sort of the plan all along. Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
John Fuller is an accident attorney. If you're injured in an accident, talk to him, whether it be car versus car, big rig, motorcycle, whatever it is. If you were injured and it's someone else's fault or you're not even sure, you should talk to John Fuller. John Fuller is someone we go to for advice, and you should too. He will evaluate your accident personally. He is the attorney in charge. He is the one that handles all the cases, smaller by design, as I've said before, where you talk to John each and every time you need an update on your case, and he will give you his personal cell phone number as he has for years. Call and get your case evaluated. He'll be honest with you. It won't cost you anything, and if he does take your case, you pay nothing unless he collects from you, and he takes a small percentage. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. myaccidentlawyer.co. The Art of Granite is the name, but he does more than granite countertops. And here's the great part. Really, it's so hard to get people to just give you a price on the phone or an idea because they're afraid you might be scared away. You know what? Mitch Floria at the Art of Granite is proud of the bargains he gives his customers. So you call and get a price. Tell them what kind of counter you want. They do granite and everything else, all natural stone and man-made materials. They charge wholesale for materials. They tear out and haul away free. They do the bathroom free when you have the kitchen done, and they are happy to give you a price on the phone. TheArtOfGranite.com, 303-386-5919. Someone else who is happy to give you the costs on the phone and the ramifications on the phone and all of the details on the phone, Empower Reverse Mortgage. Mark Massey and his team are very happy to answer questions about reverse loans. They have a special helpline. They know these are uncertain times with interest rates, and you may wonder, is a reverse loan good for me? You want to get out from under your payment or maybe have an emergency line of credit? Call and ask your questions. 720-500-7719, 720-500-7719.
Century RV is celebrating the grand...
All right, YouTube.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to split at the top.
All right.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical headaches and hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. Then when Orchard sells your home for more than they paid you for, you keep all the profit. If you're ready to maximize your earnings
Okay, cool. Thanks for everything.
All is well.
We got another fucking champion problem.
Who now? Oh, champion. Windows.
Hey, Mark, just shoot me an email what they say about the audio level.
Oh, hold on a sec, man. Let me look at my text. Hey, the Starlink works really good, man.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I only got 6 megabytes up.
Uh-oh.
Are you saying you increased it?
I increased it just a
Most
touch.
of what you do, would you say is exterior painting or what?
Since we've been here, majority's been exterior painting.
And what do you mean since you've been here?
Because when I was in Tennessee and Seattle, I did really everything. You know, I mean, interior,
How long have you
exterior.
been in Colorado?
We moved back two and a half years ago. 2020. Yeah.
When did you leave?
February.
Wow. I grew up in Denver and went to East High School, and I left right after I graduated high school, went to Job Corps, and then moved to Seattle. But anyways, when I was in Seattle, I did a lot more.
Did you like Seattle?
Yeah, I mean, it rains a lot. I was there for 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's possible the audio level
But I got divorced
reset when I did the firmware update. It looked a little low.
Yeah, when the sun is shining, Seattle's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
The problem is the sun doesn't shine very often.
Not at all. About 2.5 months out of the year.
Hey, babe, I'm sending you an outbound.
Like middle of June until the end of September.
Okie doke.
Oh, shit, here's Tesla.
Talks where it says Troubleshooter Network on the YouTube.
We're getting a Model S.
Oh, that's to leave.
And we've
That's
been
not me.
waiting.
I'm not on right now. I
Dominic,
should get on.
We have been waiting since March. 6 fucking months, okay? The window has been the most recent window. It was July, then August.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. We have open lines at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Someone wanted to know about the finishing that the contractor in the studio, Noah's Ark CustomFinishes.com. They do custom finishes, including on cabinets. They do exterior painting. She wants to know, how long does it take to do a kitchen, a normal-sized kitchen for...
What does she mean by normal size?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's like, give me an idea of kitchens, like number of boxes. How about that?
Our doors, we can usually, I'd say like on a $500,000 house, we're looking at about 40 to 50 doors on there, and it's going to take about a week and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once you start, do you go through to finish?
Oh, yeah. I don't leave the job. Yeah. From start to finish, I stay put.
That's what people like, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find any employees, and I'm pretty much there, and we've ran through like 5 or 6 people. Nobody wants to work anymore.
By the way, if you have any problems, questions, complaints, give us a call at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We'll get right to you on the Troubleshooter Show, including questions about custom finishes, painting, or handyman services. More coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK.
Michael Brown here for Integrity Health Advisors. It's that time of year when you see all the commercials claiming to offer you all sorts of things if you'll call them about your Medicare when annual enrollment starts on October 1. Well, don't wait for your notice. Call now, especially if you want to make changes or you haven't reviewed your plan in years. Find out what plans might best suit your needs from a local agency that actually cares about you. Call Integrity Health Advisors today. 720-288-0863. That's 720-288-0863.
Tracking and eliminating cyber threats. Enabling aircraft to land in imperfect conditions. Monitoring weather and climate change from space. At Raytheon Intelligence in Space, there's nothing every day about every day. Open positions are now available across our organization for top talent seeking to develop transformational technology and push the edges of discovery. Visit rtx.com/RISjobs.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. It's Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter, mornings at 10. Streaming live on our free iHeart radio app and at khow.com.
ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. Queen Elizabeth's funeral procession has arrived at Windsor Castle, her final resting place. During the funeral service in London, the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, read a line from the Queen's speech to the nation during the height of the COVID pandemic, which he said is certainly relevant today.
All who follow the Queen's example and inspiration of trust and faith in God can with her say, we will meet again.
The Queen will be laid to rest at St. George's Chapel next to her husband, the late Prince Philip. Hurricane Fiona reached the Dominican Republic with 85-mile-an-hour winds after knocking out power in Puerto Rico. Fiona dumped 30 inches of rain in southern Puerto Rico. This is the storm in San Juan. Officials there bracing for continued rain and called damage from the storm catastrophic. This is ABC News. A report from the CDC says the vast majority of pregnancy-related deaths in this country are preventable. ABC's Sherry Preston.
According to new data from committees that review maternal mortality across the country, 4 out of every 5...
weather catastrophes.
Yeah.
Just read the smog.
Yeah.
But even that's done a lot better.
You know what it has? Because when I lived here in the 80s, it was terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
You used to be able to see a cloud. If you were coming in from like Golden or something, there was a brown cloud over the damn thing.
Wow. But it's pretty much gone.
Yeah. That's good. It was bad back in the day.
We have pretty good weather in the springs, too. It threatens to rain all the time, but it hardly ever does.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, all I can tell you is that every time I've gone to the Broadway to play golf, it rains at 2 o'clock.
When it does rain, it's in the afternoon.
It's always at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's good to know. Always at 2 o'clock.
When he's playing golf.
Maybe the golf brings the rain. I don't know.
It's the wives.
Once you get home.
And when whites won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thinner, flexible erasers, perfect for everyday methods, like dunk on my comic ink. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Are housing costs going crazy in the springs also?
Well, they were going crazy, but everything's falling there.
Yeah.
What I've noticed over the last 5, 6 to 8 weeks, everybody's starting to put their houses up for rent, so it's selling. Yeah.
I forget when the Fed may be meeting today, or this week, they're going to raise it. I mean, I'm in the middle of buying a house, and if I had done it last year, the interest rates would have been
2 or 3%.
Oh yeah, now it's going to be 6%. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it could go higher.
Attacked by 2 dogs last week.
Right?
Police say the 89-year-old woman was attacked along with her grandson.
Back in Jimmy Carter,
is in stable condition at Children's Hospital. The pit bull reportedly belonged to family member.
You know, you can't pay that interest. You know what I mean? And the banks won't qualify or anything. Yeah.
But it has to go up so far, right, for it to kind of like peak and break.
Yeah, I don't know how it
to go back down.
It's
I was listening to some financial podcast or something, and they were talking about like
always
the
great to
way
win. I mean, that's first and fomost. But you know, too sloppy by the offense with too many things that.
Well, if it's a big club and we're not invited or something.
Watching that whole team stay together, stick together was a great thing, and we just got to keep getting better on offense and cleaning all that stuff up.
Broncos play the 49ers Sunday at home. Colorado Rockies are at home tonight. They play the San Francisco Giants at Coors Field. That's the latest. I'm Matt Woodard.
Also, Biden's there.
Impact Traffic.
Or he's taking off to go
This
there.
report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
Easy driving throughout the Denver Metro as we hit that 11 o'clock hour. No complaints to speak of through the roads and freeways this morning. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds from one end of town to the other. Heading east-west from the foothills all the way to DIK and back again. I-70 east and westbound, no complaints. I-225 north and southbound on the south end of town.
That hurricane going to come up to the Gulf or what?
Up on the north end, I-76.
I don't know. It just went through Puerto Rico.
Fox 31, pinpoint weather, hot today. We've got a high of 91 degrees this afternoon, mostly sunny skies. Overnight low of 59.
Millions without power.
It's 80 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
The European Union could be on the verge of breaking apart, but their new laws and policies are working against them and making things worse. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. So listen to the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Greenberry, healthy cereal for your family.
I'm Peter Harris for Greenberry cereals with amazing onyx store. Just one bowl of Greenberry every morning can help you reach your health goals, whatever they may be.
I want to keep my family as healthy as possible, so that means I'm choosing foods high in antioxidants.
I'm focusing on my gut health, and that means adding more whole grains into my diet.
I want to lose weight, and that starts by cutting down on sugar.
No, it's good. I'm more a conservative than I am a liberal, but and I tend to vote Republican. But if you listen to Herschel Walker, who's the Senate candidate in Georgia, the guy is a total moron.
Yeah,
He can't speak English. His IQ is probably in 2 decimal places. It's an embarrassment that this guy can be
Well,
a
you think
senator.
they would have ran somebody better, right? But the guy on the other side, the guy that he's running against, he's smart, but I mean, I don't like his policies, that's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Radio to your desktop. When you ask Alexa,
He's like more of a socialist.
Yeah, it's really scary. What?
Yeah, well, we have to vote for him.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by... This... Is somebody saying something? Anyway, this hour brought to you by SaferNet.com. I want to mention that cybercrime is up all over the country. And cybercrime, basically they're breaking into your laptops, your computers. They're taking money, account numbers, all kinds of stuff. That's because your surfing is not secure. Your phones are not secure. Your laptops are not secure. No matter what you think, they're not secure. SaferNet is a small app that, I say small in size, runs in the background and keeps your computer, keeps your laptop, keeps your smartphone safe from attack. It's that easy. It keeps the malware, the ransomware, the viruses, and every other piece of software that can harm you from communicating with this host. It's something that runs in the background and actually can speed up your system because it wards off the attacks and doesn't take up a lot of processing power. Download it. Get 44 days free, SaferNet.com. That's it, SaferNet.com, 44 days free, but you must put Tom in the promo code, Tom, T-O-M. You get 44 days free, SaferNet.com. So, welcome to the show. We have with us some guests from the referral list and from Colorado Springs, Noah's Ark Custom Finishes, and their website, noahsarkcustomfinishes.com. If you need any handiwork done, handyman work done, painting or refinishing, they do that. And we have also Michael on the phone who wants to talk about a solar problem. Solar has become a major deal for us because so many people have gotten into it and so many people have gotten out of it that it's hard to keep track of who's who at the zoo. So it's hard to get support, help, repairs. And even if you deal in today's wonderful people that we know, like GenesisSolarCO.com, even dealing with Genesis, who I know Mark Szymanski. I've known him for 30 years. I know him. But he is dealing with manufacturers, and he is dealing with suppliers, and he is dealing with those kinds of people. And you must always find out who's backing the product, how are they backing it, and what do you do with problems? Even when you're dealing with our people, you ask all those questions. And, of course, GenesisSolarCO.com is happy to answer those questions. And any good contractor should be. But what happened with Michael? And our number, by the way, 303-713-TALK. Michael, what happened with you?
Hello. Thank you for taking my call.
What happened, man?
Mr. Martino, I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. I'm having trouble with my solar panels. It's been going on for about 2 years or so.
When did you have your system installed?
In 2017.
Okay, and who did it?
The company was El Paso Green Energy.
El Paso Green, okay.
Right, and they changed their name to Peakview Solar. But
well, hold on. You say they changed their name. Are they the same company?
The same company.
How do you know they're the same company?
Well, that's what she told me.
Oh, okay.
The only reason they changed their name was because people were getting confused thinking they were from New Mexico because it was called El Paso. So that's why they changed it. But
okay.
the question I wanted to ask you was, like I said, I've been having trouble with this for, excuse me, for the last 3 years.
Well, will the company you bought it from help you out?
Well, for a while they did. I was having trouble with them. Over the couple of years, they replaced 8 microconverters and 2 solar panels.
Okay.
The only problem, the solar panels, they claimed they had to look for them because it wasn't the same ones that they had.
Right.
And they did find something, and they put them in, and the trouble was happening over the years. They'd fix one thing and something else would come along.
Are they still helping or not?
No. They've done a 360 turnaround. They told me that it made it easier if I decided to sell the house.
Are you still paying on this system?
Oh, yes. I have another 7 years, and at my age, I don't know if I'm going to live that long.
How much do you pay on it?
I pay $3.19 a month.
Is that saving you money on electrical bills?
Well, during the summer months and fall, but in winter, for example, this past January, February, and March, the 3 months, it was $767. And there's another issue with, I don't want to get into it right now, Black Hills. I keep telling them to roll it over, and they've been sending me a check, percentage of what they saved. So I take that check and I use it to pay the bill, the electric bill.
Okay, Michael, all I want to know is this, because it's way complicated the way you explained it.
I know.
No, Michael, I just want to ask you something. Are you spending less now with the monthly payment on the solar and Black Hills? Are you spending less than before the solar system?
I am spending less.
Okay. How much less are you? How much do you think you're saving a month?
Oh God, it's hard to say. I don't know, maybe a couple $100 a year.
Okay. A year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot of savings.
No. You see, the question I wanted to ask you was that they're claiming that because the company they dealt with that got the equipment went bankrupt, and they said that they're not warranted anymore.
Right, that's true. When a company goes bankrupt, the warranty goes away. That's true.
The other thing she said, I have 30 panels, and 2 of them aren't working properly. I had this problem with them before. I even had a letter from them.
Yeah, but keep going, Michael. What's your question, man? You got 30 panels, 2 aren't working. No, that's okay. But ask your question. What about it?
The question is, they're claiming that the 28 panels are working far beyond what they should. But my question is, if you paid all that money, I paid over $38,000, I would expect to have all the panels working, not just the 28 panels.
I totally agree, Michael. And let me just sum this up. You were screwed.
I think you're right on that.
Well, I know I'm right. You were screwed. You were not a good candidate for solar, and you were sold solar, and if the company went bankrupt, you were screwed again because the warranty goes away as well. Does El Paso owe you anything? I don't know. I don't know what your contract was with them, but it sounds to me like you were pretty much screwed. You haven't saved but a couple $100 a year since 2017.
Maybe more. Maybe because how can I say this? From December, from April to December, my bill has been $9.80. But then come wintertime, because as I said, I'm all electric. The 3 months usually vary between $760 and $800.
And what was it before solar?
Before solar, sometimes I'd have a bill for 1 month for $600. So it is a savings, but the question, as I said, I asked you about was, shouldn't they repair it?
Yeah, Michael, of course they should, if it's under warranty. If the company went out of business, there's nothing you can do about it. I don't, Michael, it's the way of the world, okay? I don't like telling you this, but really, there's no magic, okay? The company, I would verify the company's truly out of business. The problem is there's no one you can call for help because no one will come and look at your solar system. No one will. See, this is the problem with solar. There is no service. That's it.
Except from who you bought it from.
That's right. Except for who you bought it from. And, and you know, we can have El Paso tell us why they can't. I'm sure these two panels could be found somewhere, but, Michael, you're going to have to buy them. And here, you say your bill's $9 a month from Black Hills over the summer months. What would it normally bill? Remember, because your bill is truly $326 or $330 because you're paying that $319. So tell me, with that in mind, are you saving money when you pay your solar bill?
Well, I am, because I feel, in my mind, I hate to go round and round, I'm sorry. In my mind, yes, I am saving, but I feel if you pay that kind of money, I know you've said this.
Yeah, I know. They should take care of it. They really should. But Michael, people spend money all the time, and companies go bankrupt. Do you know the manufacturer they said that went bankrupt? Who is it?
Let me see if I think I have.
All right, hold on. You know, Deputy Doc, can you talk to him off the air? I'd like to know the name of the company. Let's just verify that they're bankrupt.
Sure.
Listen, people, I'm going to tell you something. We have a major flaw in the solar business right now, okay? We do. And I don't care who you deal with. We have a major flaw. And the major flaw is no service unless you're actively paying and the company is in business. If you have any other problems, you are screwed and you are out in the wilderness. Now, if you had anyone who had any brains in their head, they would start a solar service company and help people get their systems up and running, peak performance, and keep them running. That is a great business idea for someone.
Century RV is celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art facility designed to better serve their customers. They will have factory reps on site this week with special offers and unheard-of discounts. Don't miss this sale. With Colorado's largest trailer and fifth wheel inventory, Century RV sales department is open from 8 to 8, so they are there when you need them. Century RV, off I-25 and exit 240. At your warehouse in Longmont, or check them out at centuryrv.com.
A 30-year line of credit. So when you buy your house, you can pay on it any way you want. You can pay interest only, or you can pay down principal. Maybe you want to stay there only 5 years or less. Pay interest only. There's no reason to pay this principal. Now, let's say you change your mind. You can put a lump sum on principal. You can do it any way you want because it's a 30-year line of credit with simple interest. Do you understand what that means? That means thousands of dollars of savings in interest, even if, by the way, you only, even if rates go up, you only pay what you want to pay when you want to pay it. You can borrow extra equity if you have it. You can pay it down. Here's the bottom line. With the Liquid Loan, you are in full control. TheLiquidLoan.com, only from affordable interest mortgage. In fact, every dime you keep in the same bank gets you the same amount of interest on that amount, which offsets your mortgage interest. It's a hell of a deal. Affordable interest mortgage, TheLiquidLoan.com, 720-895-0500. While we're on the topic of loans and real estate, I want to direct you to Frank Duran, TheRealEstateMan.com. Now, we talk about him selling your home for more than the market and faster, and he can prove it with stats. No gimmicks, real stats. You don't hear him say, we guarantee this, or we pay you this, and we pay this, and then we sell it, and then we give you the difference. None of that crap. He'll just show you how he has performed, and you will be satisfied. In fact, everyone I send to Frank is satisfied. Frank Duran, TheRealEstateMan.com, 303-920-1622.
How do you do it? Some people read pamphlets, others go online. What works for you?
I don't know. Let me go ask him, okay? Hang on a minute.
Yeah,
hang on.
So, if there's anything special you want to talk about,
we
what would it be?
We wanted to give a 15% deal through October 15th for any interior painting.
Okay.
We're booked right now until about the middle of November, but anyway. We'll come and give them a bid.
If you're willing to wait on the schedule, you'll get 15% off. We'll do that.
Thank you.
I wonder where he's going, because I said 4, but then I didn't. I had to clear out the fill spots. Now for 2.5.
So you'd have to do like at least a program or an associate's degree, but you could always start up the company and then hire installers to, or engineers that do that type of thing.
But good luck finding an employee.
Well, yeah, but if you can find them, you know. It'd probably be easier here than in the Springs because there's more people here.
People just don't, especially younger.
30K house.
Hi, Tom.
But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of pay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
Statewide, 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Hey listener, welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge. The Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it! There's an emu with a full-time job.
If you know where he is, well, we're at a minute. So if you see him, yell 1 minute.
So we're back?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Good morning, K-Hound Troubleshooter Show. Would you like to talk to Tom and the gang?
Oh, really?
Dynamite. Don't run off. Let me get you over to Suzanne. She'll just grab your name real quick. Hang
On the panels, and very seldom will the installation company, in writing, I'm sure they say you're covered by manufacturer warranty and all that.
You're going to help him. Are you done with the call?
Yeah.
Send it to Ken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It sucks, man. I feel so bad for these people on these kinds of.
You're right. Nobody fixes them.
Michael, our deputy Ken is going to help you out and make some calls for you. He's going to give you a call. What's your phone number?
The Ethereum merge just happened, and I'm going to break it all down for you. What does it mean? What are the trade-offs? What's the misinformation?
719-569-2007.
You know?
Okay, he should be calling you today.
Why is that a problem?
Thank you.
What a problem.
Well, like say Genesis,
Solar
not Genesis,
Ken.
say some other company came in and installed it, but then it ain't working.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Listen, as I said, I have guests today, but callers take priority, and then we have some updates we have to do, and then we have an offer on interior painting if you want it. Now, remember, they go from Colorado Springs to Castle Rock, so maybe we're going to do that before we get off the air in Colorado Springs, but we still have a lot of people listening there as well. So hold on to that. There's a screaming deal coming up. Glinda.
Yes.
What's going on with you and this car loan? This sounds touchy.
Yes, I co-signed on a car loan for my sister like 2.5 years ago.
Now, Glinda,
And,
I have a little financial humor, which you probably won't like, but when people say they co-signed, you know what I say to them? They've actually signed. They signed for the loan. I know it.
Yes.
Co-signing sounds a little more friendly. Oh, I co-signed. You actually took out a loan on your sister's car for her, and because that's really what it is. You both took out a loan. So what's going on now?
Okay. At the time, this is the first time I've ever co-signed, and really I was not explained that I would be the primary on this.
Well, no, you're both. It's low-hanging fruit. That means who's ever easiest to go after is the primary.
Well, it's going to be me, and because they send me everything, okay? And
How many years ago, Glinda, did you start it?
2.5 years ago.
How much is left on the loan?
That I'm not sure, Tom. I haven't looked at it recently. But I have tried to get her to get refinanced like 3 or 4 times.
Well, what's the problem? You haven't told me. Did she stop paying?
No, she's paid, but she's making late payments.
Oh,
so she's running my credit.
So, but she hasn't missed a payment yet, right?
Yeah, she does pay it. But the thing is that I'm not able to get a place or a new car or a different car, whatever, because they say my income to debt ratio is,
But has it shown up as a black mark on your credit for being late?
I haven't checked that out to see whether or not that is the case. But I know that when I've gone to, try to get a different car, they wouldn't let. They
What's
wouldn't let me get
what's your FICO? Do you know?
I would say it's in the 700s, but I don't know exactly.
Well, if it is, that's pretty darn good. So that's good. I mean, so maybe the late charges aren't showing up against you. But I understand you need to get your debt to income ratio down. How much is the balance of that loan?
I'll have to check. I don't know off the top of my head. But what I'm calling about is there some way that I could get a lawyer involved to try to get me off of there as a co-signer and get her refinanced? Because she will not tell me why she doesn't get refinanced. I don't know. She's been, like I said, been paying on it, so it should show that she makes payments, even though she may be late in getting them every once in a while. But still, I don't know why. She won't tell me, and the bank won't tell me, because it's her,
All right.
and I don't.
Here's the problem, Glenda, I want to tell you. The main problem is you agreed to that loan, and as long as, no, I don't think, unless you had a separate agreement with her, like a partnership agreement or an agreement that I will do this for you under these conditions, I don't see anywhere where you can do, because the loan itself says that if she doesn't make a payment, you're obligated, and you're guaranteeing the loan. So it's really going to be difficult to get an attorney to get you out of it. In fact, I think it's impossible. And the reason I say that is because you are on the loan. I mean, it's like you can't just say, oh, I changed my mind, I don't want to be on the loan. Or there might be something, it's a real stretch. And that is, there's an implied partnership on the car, and she is breaching the partnership by causing you harm. But that's going to be worth more than you paying off the car. That's why I asked what you owe. I mean, is it 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand? How much is it?
Well, let's see. The car was around, the truck rather, was around $17,000, and it's been 2.5 years. Her payment's $351 a month.
She owes a lot, way over 10 grand still.
Right. She still does, yeah.
And she probably doesn't have the wherewithal to get refied. Why did you have to co-sign to begin with?
Well, see, that's just it. Her credit wasn't great, and she's trying to build up her credit. And so that's why I did it for her, because she's my sister. But hey,
Well, she's not going to build her credit.
It was stupid. It was stupid.
She's not going to build her credit up by making late payments.
No, she knows. She's given up. I mean, Glenda, this is a terrible situation, really. Unless she just does it voluntarily, you'd just be wasting money.
Right.
Or she gets someone else to co-sign, another sucker. It's terrible. It's going to be on your. Look, it could turn out worse. Not only can it hurt your credit for another 2.5. Is it 2.5 more years? I'm just assuming it was 5 years, or is it longer?
Yeah, it's probably 2.5 more years.
Well, I don't know. They've been giving out some 72-month loans. I better
check on that.
Glenda, would you call us back after you find out this? Find out how many months and find out the balance, and then let's compare that to maybe having an attorney. But if an attorney writes her a letter, will she take it seriously, or will she say, "Oh, that's just sis, she's overreacting"?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think she might, but I'm not 100% positive.
Is she single, married? What's her story?
She's single.
Does she work?
I'm not sure. She's in Texas now. She moved. And I know she's old enough to draw her not unemployment, but Social Security benefits, and she's doing that. And while she was here in Colorado, she was still working part-time, but I don't know
All
if
right,
she's doing
I
that
want to
in
know
Texas.
something. This is important. You say she's in Texas. Whose name is the car in?
I'm assuming my name, I guess.
Why would that be in your name?
You mean on the title?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I don't know. Oh, sorry. I
Man,
don't know.
if it's hers, did you get that, Shannon? Okay, listen, if it's hers, you're going to be in big trouble. You can't do anything. If it was in your name, there's another suggestion: repossess it or steal it and then sell it.
No.
Because you have.
No.
Okay, so it's not in your name.
I don't know that. I would have to check that out as well.
But
Tom.
even if it's in both of your names, I'm saying you have a legal right to that car too, the equal right. And no one would get you for car theft if you took a car with your name on it and then tried to sell it. Of course, you'd have to get her to sign off on it. It's a terrible situation, Glenda. I wish I had better news. Find out the balance, okay? And find out the term and let us know. Got more coming right up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Mostly easy driving throughout the Denver metro as we approach that noon hour. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds into and out of downtown. Northeast from there at Commerce City, I-270 westbound, no surprises here. We're seeing some slowdowns between I-70 and Vasquez. Further east, leaving the airport, Pena Boulevard southbound, some slowdowns between Tower Road and I-70. No word of an accident, but of course we'll keep you updated. South from there, I-70 east and westbound, no complaints, and I-225 north and southbound free and clear as well. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies this afternoon with a high of 91 degrees. The current temperature in Denver is 83. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Dell Technologies semi-annual sale has arrived, and it's time to save big on PCs.
No A's. No way.
Monitors and more. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Here's some financial news. If you plan with a lump sum of money in it and you're going to retire, did you know that you can convert that into income? Not just by drawing it down. You know, once you start drawing it down, you're done. But you can put that into an annuity, and there are annuities right now paying bonuses of 15% or more depending on the annuity, and it generates income. I want you to find out more. MyMoneyMyWay.com. Now, annuities aren't the only thing they have. They have other plans to check out. MyMoneyMyWay.com. People I know and trust, just check them out. Safe, conservative investments. MyMoneyMyWay.com. 303-779-6600. Okay. Some more financial news. A line of credit on your home is better than a conventional loan. Why? Because you get to choose how to pay it off. If you want to keep your payment low, pay interest only if you're only going to be there for a few years. Now, if you're going to be there longer, for a long time, you can change your mind and pay down the principal. But what if you pay down the principal and then you decide, wait a minute, I do want to move? You can borrow it back. In fact, the equity is liquid. You borrow it, you pay it down. You borrow it, you pay it down. It's really a wonderful loan. And in addition to that, every penny you have in the bank counts on the same credit as the same interest you're getting that you're paying on the loan. So in other words, it offsets that part of the loan. Find out more, please. You will love the way Affordable Interest Mortgage structures this loan. It's called theliquidloan.com, 720-895-0500, 720-895-0500.
So many people have told me about Orchard, and no wonder. It's the new way to sell. For example, Orchard makes you a cash offer for your home.
Call me anytime, sir. Bye-bye.
He got more cash at closing. Rudy's story isn't unique. 99 out of 100 Orchard customers sell on market for more than the started is easy. You go online and enter your address at orchard.com. Takes just a couple minutes and lets you skip home listing asks. If you're thinking about selling or just curious what Orchard would pay for your home, get a no-cost, no-obligation offer at orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Did you know many do not have the Carol's entire kitchen in order to have a brand new look? Really? Hi, Nancy Kenny, Sunrise Kitchen. You'll save big with total kitchen replacement with our unique quarter-inch cavity resurfacing process. Choose from our solid hardwood options or modern solid colors from our Carolina synthetic pot. You bet, Dad. You'll build all new doors and door frames with many styles of choose from, add new hardware, and if you wish, top it off with new custom-built cabinets. And how about adding a gorgeous new floor? Voila! A brand new luxurious look in your kitchen, having saved thousands. And you've not gone through the complications of a complete kitchen tear-out. Right on, Todd. Folks, call and check this out. Book your kitchen now for select install dates, and you'll enjoy a 12% savings. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors. Or even replace the finish of doors. You have our word will keep you right at home. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or TRHI.com.
Dave Logan with Dr. Eric Dorniger from Blue Sky CBD. Doctor, tell us why Blue Sky CBD is different.
Guaranteed purity and potency, zero THC, third-party tested, and budget, lowest cost per milligram.
Talk to us a little bit more about potency. We know that Blue Sky is different from other leading CBD brands.
Yeah, we have dosages meant to affect clinical outcomes. Max release is 5,000 milligrams of CBD and CBG per isolated molecule compared to other brands. Our cost per milligram is on average 30% less.
And finally, I've been using Blue Sky CBD for the last couple of years. How should people decide which product is actually the best for them?
We love the original for everyday maintenance, mood, and wellness. Max relief, chronic and severe pain. Pro for that athlete and all of us, peak performance and advanced recovery. And the Sleep, the most potent sleep formula on the market.
Try it. You'll love it. Use promo code Denver for 30% off your next order. And check them out online at bluesky-cbd.com.
Imagine for a moment that this ad was bought autonomously. Welcome to the new open web, where Viant is combining AI and human insights to create autonomous media buying that accelerates your return on ad spend. And using Viant's DSP at Delphic, you can use your media offline and online to see the full impact of your media spend, so you can spend more time on podcasts. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now. Visit ViantNow.com to learn more. For your back, neck, and joint pain, visit Find1.com for a same-day appointment now. That's Find1.com.
Stuff these people say.
An iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Francisco, he wants to get a cheap vehicle, good condition. We all want one, Francisco. They're getting harder and harder to find. Right now, Francisco, what have you looked for?
I've been looking around just to see what I could find, but I haven't really found nothing that's.
How much you have to spend?
I have $1,200.
Oh my God. Okay, now I'm going to be straight with you, man. You're never going to find a car, okay? And if you do find one, it's going to look like a car, but it's not going to be a car. It's going to be a pile of bolts waiting for repairs. I'm being straight with you, Francisco. Unless you find charity, meaning someone wants to help you and they have a car worth obviously more, but they'll let it go for $1,200. And I'm just trying to save you trouble, because if you spend $1,200, you understand on top of that, you will never find a car on top of that for $1,200 that doesn't need work. Do you have any extra money, like for license, insurance, tags, and all of that?
I have a little bit of extra money for my insurance and to get my tags, but other than that, like, I've been saving just to see what I could come up with, and right now this is what I came up with, and I got referenced by my grandmother.
You got what from your grandma?
Reference to give you a call.
Oh, yeah. And I don't, listen, Francisco, I would love to be able to help you if there was one out there. But, man, I'm just telling you, especially now in the market, And I'm kind of helping you by telling you this because
Francisco, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, the insurance is going to be outrageous, Tom.
yeah, well, let's not even worry about that right now. He's not going to find a car, okay? That's the thing. He's not going to find a car for $1,200 unless someone listening right now wants to help him. If they have a car, they know it's in good condition, and they don't mind doing this for him. But other than that, and I don't mind keeping your number off air here, and if someone does have an older car that they think they can let go for $1,200, I wouldn't mind that at all. Or maybe someone just wants to donate a car because, Francisco, it's really tough. Now, do you have a job?
Yes, I do. I'm not trying to give you my whole life story, but I am 1 year fresh out of DLC, and I am trying to get back on my feet.
Francisco, I want your story because that helps me understand what's going on. So you've been in trouble, but you're trying to get on the straight and narrow. Your grandma wants to help.
I went in when I was a juvenile. Actually, I was a juvenile, and I did 5 years, which is till just last year.
Wow.
And I did my time. I realized that being in there was not good, and I've been out. I have not asked nobody for help. I've got out with the mindset of a man. Like, I need to get out and do it on my own with nobody, even if I got to take the bus, even if I got to do this. I've been renting motel rooms. I've been trying to get other places to rent to me.
It's hard, isn't it, Francisco? Once that happens, it's hard, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
What have you learned? Did you learn a skill in prison, or do you know any kind of?
Yeah, I have all kinds of skills, bro. I've got my diploma. I have a flagger's license. I have NCCR certified.
What's that? What's NCCR for?
It's for so I'm in NCCR for electrician 1, and then for so they do the computers and they do like the systems, like the monitoring systems, and then it goes up. Like, you got to earn your steps into it. Like, there's different things of it. There's for plumbing. There's
have you had a company, and you don't have to mention it, but have you had someone take a chance with you? I mean, do they want to hire you?
Oh yeah, I have a few people that actually want to take me in, and yeah, I got a good experience. Meaning, growing up with before I went and got into trouble, I've kind of grew up around somebody that just always had that experience of work, so I took that in when I grew up, and I took all the stuff that I have. Like, I know a little bit of mechanics, I know a little bit of construction, I know a little bit.
What do you want to do, Francisco? What do you want to do?
I want to actually have my own remodeling company for remodeling homes.
That's pretty cool. Do you think that it was your record because you were a juvenile? Is it expunged, or is it?
No, I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing. So what it was is that the juvenile, what they did was they took it over to my adult, and they charged me with one charge as an adult, and that's the only thing that I couldn't do. Like, I was upset about. Like, I couldn't do nothing about it because they waited till I was the adult to charge me. Like, it just I couldn't be. I try to do a lot. I fought. I've always told my grandma to talk to a lawyer about everything and let them know.
So let me get this straight, Francisco. The crime was actually committed when you were younger, but they waited. Yes. They waited for you to turn 18 and then charged you as an adult.
Yes, I was in a juvenile facility when it happened.
When what happened?
When they were pending the charge from me.
But the charge wasn't actually done at that time. It was done when you were younger.
Yes.
How old were you when? And what is the charge? We don't mind. What was the charge?
I was in a juvenile facility at the moment when they brought the charge upon me.
But what charge did they bring?
It was an assault.
Okay. Now, did this assault happen while you were a juvenile?
Yes.
Oh, I never heard of that. So they actually waited until you turned 18 and then charged you.
They have a 3-month period. So that 17. When
you're 17, okay. So
period.
You were almost 18. I get it. Okay. Man, that sucks. So you were just. Okay, so now you learned your lesson. You paid your time. You got a diploma. You want to work. I get it. I hope someone, really, Francisco, I hope someone is listening who maybe has a car and can help you out. I really do. And your grandma sounds like she's helping.
She's not that she's helping me. She's pushing me. Like, she calls me and she checks up on me and like she lets me know. But I don't like. She lets me know that she's here for me, but I don't go to her for it. Because,
Okay. Do you have any good friends that aren't in trouble and people you can hang with?
I don't really try to hang around nobody. I go to work and come back to my room and watch TV and just I don't know, fall asleep.
What are your goals, Francisco? What are your goals?
I'm just trying to have me be peaceful as an adult and have myself I don't have no kids, so that's a good thing about
that.
Me
is
now.
a good thing. Yes, it is. You have no kids, no obligations, except are you on probation?
Nothing. I'm clean. I killed my number. I'm clean. I'm
Good.
a clean, straight person right now.
Good. Well, listen, you know what, Francisco, I think you sound pretty sincere. You leave your name and number with Suze, and we are going to see who might want to help you with a car, maybe sell it, donate it, whatever, or we're going to check our people to see. Now, again, there are people, listen, there are a lot of people listening that say, come on now, he's fresh out of jail or he's out of jail, and how do you know he's telling the truth, blah, blah, blah. I say this, you don't go wrong giving someone a chance. If they screw you, fine. Then you can say, well, Francisco, one strike, you're out. But you can't go wrong giving someone some help. So we'll help you make some connections. But you like your job right now, right?
Yeah, I do. I like it. It's just like, I don't know. I'm kind of on the border of wanting to change. It's just because of the hours they're giving me, and I'm just not.
Well, do anything you can right now, and then listen, hold on. There's nothing wrong with wanting a better job, but it's always better to get that job when you have a job.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So hang on. Suze, get his information. This is a guy, he's admittedly 17 years old, an assault. He got charged as an adult. He did 5 years. He's out. He's not on probation. He wants to change his life. Just to call us, that takes something. So if you're listening, you kind of believe it, you want to help, I say whether you believe it or not, like I've said, if I had a car I could do it with, I would do it. If we can help in any way, we will. Because I'll always give someone a chance. Not necessarily multiple chances, but a chance, right? So let's see what we can work out. We've had other people, right? We've helped. Now, I don't know whatever happened to Patrick, but we don't hear from him much anymore. I don't know if he's working.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. Do I owe you a break? Am I going overtime again? I'm sorry. Okay, Francisco, hang on.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag.
Easy driving throughout the Denver Metro as we hit that noon hour. One or two sore spots out there. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds into and out of downtown. Heading east to the airport. Pena Boulevard southbound looks like we've got some slowdowns between 56th and Tower Road for folks leaving the airport. And west from there to Commerce City, I-270 westbound. No surprises here. We're looking at some congestion at the exit to Vasquez. Otherwise smooth driving throughout the Denver Metro and beyond. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies this afternoon with a high of 91 degrees, overnight low of 59. The current temperature in Denver is 83. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Wendy's Biggie Bag is still just $5. Get a double stack junior bacon cheeseburger or crispy chicken BLT plus 4-piece nugs, small fries, and a small drink. Grab your bag at Wendy's today. Includes choice of double stack JBC or crispy chicken BLT with 4-piece nugs, small drink, and fries. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
You know who I'm meeting with today? Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. True deal. Later today. Why is that? Because I'm listening to them. I have retirement elements, but I don't have a retirement plan. So many people mistake elements for a plan, like savings or a pension or a 401k or, Social Security, Medicare. That's not a plan. Those are elements. How do you put it together for a plan to create income or to make sure income will last you or to tell you straight out, You can't afford this, you can't afford this. Maybe you do this, maybe you don't do this. Someone you can depend on, someone objective, someone who's a fiduciary, meaning they have a legal obligation to look out for your best interest. That's rpcenter.com. In fact, they will go over everything with you. They'll be totally transparent on where they make their fees. And by the way, those fees are always in exchange for saving you way more money. Trust me, I know. I'm talking to them now. rpcenter.com. They'll meet with you as many times as it takes for you to feel comfortable. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211. Simply Floors Inc. That's not ink, that's INC, not the ink on the paper. So here's the deal. Simply Floors Inc. is your source for floor coverings. Yes, it is, at darn near wholesale pricing, but not really. But you can save up to 40% from the big boxes. You get better installers, better financing, and a better experience with the design consultants for you. They help you with no extra charge. They'll help you with your floor covering project, whatever it is, carpeting, luxury vinyl tile, hardwoods of all kinds, simplyfloorsinc.com. 52nd and Ward, but they'd be happy to come to you. Simplyfloorsinc.com.
For a limited time, Belco is offering 2.75%.
All these people keep saying Magoo. What's that inside joke?
That's
Doc.
That's what some of those assholes
some assholes
on YouTube say.
Oh, they call him that?
That's well, yeah, but they call me worse.
Oh, I know.
That's
I've
mean.
seen some of it. They're jerks. Somebody said, well, does he pull weeds? Yeah, if you want to pay my hourly rate, I'll pull weeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah. I mean, doing manual labor in the heat. People always, have a way of looking through their little glass window until they've made a mistake. Yeah, you gotta go to one of those little used car lots and put a little down payment on something. I don't know what kind of car you get with that.
Yeah, be careful with those too.
Yeah, you end up with junk that you have to pay
With
for.
a payment.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, are your kids big fans of In-N-Out Burger?
No, never. They've never asked for it ever.
Okay.
So I can't believe they are.
Okay, when I took Eric to California for his college interviews, he couldn't wait to go to In-N-Out Burger. And so for some reason, they have this huge following. If you drive past there, there's always a line.
Oh, yeah.
When they first came in, there was one.
There's one in the Springs.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
one
it's always
that I passed on, like Alameda and 225. They had a cop there directing traffic because, I mean, it's incredible.
It must be a good burger.
It is a money machine.
Like
I
Chick-fil-A.
remember when they opened the first, I think it was Chick-fil-A up in Bellevue,
Yeah.
Washington. Same thing.
Yep.
It was around, like 3 blocks. For
It's crazy.
Yeah. And like I said,
And they do a free chicken sandwiches for life thing when they first pop up too. Yeah, some kind of thing like that. The first so many people get free chicken sandwiches or free nuggets or some, I don't know, some kind of thing like that. For a year or for life or something. I don't know, some crazy deal. And then
So whenever it's a thing,
when they first pop up,
When I told instructions.
okay,
He's the one, do you remember us talking about, he's the one who said, the couple put up a review, a terrible review on him, and he replied to the review, pretty much saying to the husband, your wife is just pissed because we're having an affair, and she was on me like a dog on a bone, kind of. It was. So what's really effed up is how that call all started. Is they had Kayla Eccles to do the roof and some siding and painting or whatever,
and they went through
and the painters did not get paid by Kaylin. the
I mean, there
painters
was a
came
line,
over to their house
which is amazing because it was
and
like
dumped
11:30 at night.
about the color
But
of
there was
I
still a
Heart
line.
Red paint all over their sidewalk that runs on the side of their house.
khout.com.
Oh, hi, Tom Martino. Sorry, I didn't have my mic on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So you heard Fernando's story. Not sure how you feel about it, but if you think there is a way that maybe...
Francisco or Fernando?
Oh, I'm right, Francisco.
Oh, I just want to be sure I didn't have it wrong. I already got a lead for him through email,
good,
so that's cool.
Good. So we'll see if we can get him a car at a reasonable price, see if he can get his life back together. Anyway, we also have a special from John and Jessica. They have milks. They have Noah's Ark Custom Finishes. So let's talk about that, Noah's Ark Custom Finishes. You're going to do a 15% discount?
15% discount from now until the October 15th, and that's for interior painting, cabinet refinishing, and then so if you're military, first responder, or something like that, we already give it 10%, so they'll get 25% off if they...
Oh, you can stack it.
Yeah, I'll stack it.
All right, so first responders and military
veterans
get automatically 10% off.
Yep.
Okay, so on top of that, this 15% for a
yes, sir.
total of 25%.
Yep, we'll do that.
Everyone else can get 15% off. Now, when you say through October 15th, they just have to call and make an appointment.
Call, get an appointment, I'll
and get
come
an
do
estimate.
the bid.
Right, but you
Exactly.
don't have to have it done by then. In
No,
fact,
not
you
at all.
guys are booked out quite a bit.
Yeah, we are. We're booked out probably through middle of November right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Will you be able, if you get to them in the middle of November, to have it done by Christmas?
Well, maybe the first few.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
So the first come, first serve, basically.
Exactly, yes, sir.
And I'm going to give out that number, so that's 15% off. Here's the number, 719-500-1142. Yep. Good number, okay. And that's 15% off painting, interior, or anything you do.
Anything, yeah, anything we do, but mostly interior.
719-500-1142. They do custom finishes inside and out. They also do cabinet refinishing.
Yep.
719-500-1142. All calls up until October 15th taken on.
Hello, this is Kurt Gambier with Centennial Capital Partners. Considering a Roth conversion? Is it right for you? Give us a call, 303-584-11612 to discuss.
Securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research, Inc., a broker-dealer, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisor representative, Cambridge Investment Research Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Centennial Capital Partners are not affiliated.
It's Brian with Advanced Mudjacking. 2022 is here, and it's going to be another busy year. Denver is growing, but concrete is still sinking. Porches, driveways, floors, they all settle over time. Advanced Mudjacking at yahoo.com. 303-424-9441.
Want to say I don't know less? Listen to Stuff You Should Know more. Join hosts Josh and Chuck on the podcast packed with fascinating discussions about science, history, pop culture, and more. Episodes dive into topics like, was the lost city of Atlantis real? And how does pizza work? Say goodbye to I don't know, because after listening to Stuff You Should Know, you will. Listen to Stuff You Should Know on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
It's Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter, mornings at 10, streaming live on our free iHeartRadio app and at khout.com.
ABC News. I'm Derek Dennis.
Let's see.
Yeah. I told him right from the get-go, I want kids.
So how many, you have 4 kids?
2.
I have 2. I have 4 that are grown.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
4 that are grown, and then we have a 2.5-year-old and a 4-month-old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keeping me young.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and we just moved in our disabled mother, so we're like totally full.
We just brought her from Tennessee. We're going to get her into a home, but it might be a few months before we get her in there.
2 really young kids.
Yeah, and her.
We start off with baseball and football.
Yeah.
Okay, Tesla gave us 2 options, and we're gone, both options.
Oh,
So
really?
Mark had to wait for a phone call back. We're gonna get him the day after we're back, so get it next week. Next Thursday.
Well, then
Call him back. Yeah, it'll be fun. Did you take a class?
Yeah.
How long is the class?
I think it's an hour and a half or
Is
something.
it helpful?
Oh, way helpful. But you know what? My son caught on to all that shit.
Yeah, did you take it before you picked it up?
No.
You took it afterwards. Alright.
You know what? The delivery is pretty extensive. The delivery.
You mean the actual delivery of it, the physical?
Yeah, they're going to go over everything.
Oh, you're saying they go, oh, I see, in the class.
Yeah, mini. And then once you get it, you know what? Look, Mark and I, he's going to, you don't need a class. But
You don't think
might.
so?
I like
Mark
it for
is
my
my
son.
class, so yeah, the class for
drive the car.
Tesla. Oh, they have a class for that?
Well,
Well, they have it. Yeah, the car is truly challenging.
Oh,
If you don't know this.
Yeah, it's got a weird little steering wheel and.
But if you know, no, only the Plaid has that weird.
Oh, okay. No. Ours, they all do. All the S's do now.
The little yoke.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a.
I don't think it's just the Plaid.
Okay.
I go 0 to 60 in like one second, right?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
that
I can't drive.
the Plaid is 1.9, but that's only like 2.
But in fact, the yoke is the only was making me nervous. Like, how do you get used to
Hold
that?
on, Suze, verify that, man. I've been looking at. I've looked at them. You know,
All right.
when I ordered mine, it was only in the Plaid.
You're sure about that? Huh.
Yeah, but they may have changed it. But it's not a big deal. I don't like it.
Some people don't like it.
No,
Some people,
it's-
they get used
it's
to it,
weird,
they love
yeah,
it.
but it's
They're like,
weird.
Yeah.
Like a lowrider steering wheel.
No, it probably feels fun, like a go-kart. Yeah, like you're in a race car or something, right?
Well, you are if you go that fast. I was listening to Joe Rogan. I guess you can switch that so it's not as fast or something.
Oh, like adjust it. Oh, you
Adjust
can
it for
take
your
it out of,
kids.
yeah, like out of cheetah mode or something.
Yes.
Now, that might be just the Plaid. I don't know.
Okay.
Like the Plaid has extra battery or something compared to the non-Plaid that we're getting. Mark wasn't going to spend the money on the Plaid. But I guess you can, I find this, I like potty jokes, okay? So I guess you can tell the Tesla to open its butthole and the charging port opens up. What? Yeah. I have done everything. So fun for kids.
Yeah,
You imagine
right?
like a little 10-year-old and you tell him to open his butthole. Oh gosh. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's a little, what's his name? What's his name, the Tesla guy? Just, if I wasn't trying to think of it.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know. I just can't think of
Elon.
Elon Musk.
Well,
Yeah.
Elon humor, I guess.
He has some kind of, he was on the show with,
Traffic. This report is sponsored by our American.
the guy who's have a late night
Smooth traffic
talk
throughout
show.
the
He has a car show.
in our
I can't remember his name.
out there.
But he has Elon Musk on there, and he has, because he's doing the rockets, trying to go to Mars.
Yeah. Northeast from there, you have Commerce
And,
City, West Drive,
Man, he's just from the commercial, they had like 20 rockets. He said he wanted to get up to 1,000 rockets.
leaving the airport, King of Boulevard southbound, looks like we've got.
He's probably already got an apartment on Mars.
Yeah.
I-70 east and westbound flow from 32 and from King of Boulevard itself. Fox 31, pinpoint weather. It's a hot one today with a high of 91 degrees this afternoon. Mostly sunny skies and an overnight low of 59. The current temperature in Denver is 86 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 6:30 KHOW.
The Pony Express is known worldwide, but its story is part of a larger company that only lasted 18 months, which was sort of the plan all along. Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical headaches and hassles of listing a home and go straight to your
Yeah, they
goal.
can put that name calling business on there. You need to get a moderator that can.
Well, painting and feels like doing something else.
Yeah, he's a painter that will do other stuff if he feels like it. Like, not about if we feel like it. It's about if we have the.
If I can do it, I'll do it, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't do stuff I can't do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I might do it in my own house, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, we're not gonna attempt to rewire your house and set it on
Exactly.
fire. You know, we do what's within reach.
You want to fill the pan, I do that.
Yeah.
I was like, what would we pull you? Yeah, you want to pay $60 an hour? I'll pay something. I didn't say it, but it's just.
Yeah. That's just being a jerk, because they know better. Like, that's not who you ask to pull weeds.
Yeah, I know.
People that, you know, they don't
Come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. What's going on this home? Brought to you by RenewHomeInnovations.com for your beautiful bathroom showers and tubs or shower tub combos, although a lot of people are getting rid of those old, ugly, I call them shubs, tub shower combos, and they're going for beautiful rectangle showers. Some not even shower doors. They make a curve, and they don't even need that shower door. They have perimeter drains, grab bars, seats, whatever. You make them custom with RenewHomeInnovations.com. And listen to this, 72 months, no interest. That's unfreaking believable. Anyway, so that's RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000. No maintenance showers, by the way. It looks exactly like stone. American Standard fixtures, 303-904-2000. So we have with us Noah's Ark Custom Finishes, and we're talking about what they do, and they're offering 15% off anyone who calls in before the 15th or on the 15th to make an appointment. You'll not get it done then, but if you will reserve your place by calling them, and I'll give out that number. You'll also do an extra 10% if you're a veteran or a first responder, so that'll be a 25%. So it's either 15% off or 25% off, 719-500-1142.
Hey, Tom, I have some good news about one of our callers.
All right. Are you going to give a follow-up?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Which one is it?
This is about Greenleaf Auto Care.
I want to recap. Do you have the name of the person?
Yeah, Jamie Buell, B-U-H-L.
So, Jamie, what did he do?
He brought his car in to Greenleaf Auto Care.
Oh, it was an engine, a 2014 Grand Cherokee.
Right. And he had some work done.
But he said that he knew what he wanted when he went in there, right?
Exactly.
And he said he even told them what was wrong because he had pulled the code.
Right. And they charged him an extra $179 for a diagnostic fee on top of the work that was done. He felt that was unfair. I spoke to Pat, who's one of the owners of Greenleaf Auto Care, and he said, you know what? You're probably right. We will get rid of the charge and refund him the money for the diagnostic. They were really
good people.
They're really good people, and they admitted that they were wrong in doing that. So they're refunding his money.
Yeah,
so
that might be standard.
Props.
Yeah, no, that's good. That might be standard in why they did it. But when James called us about it, he was upset because he said, look, I went in there knowing what I wanted. I said, please just change out the oil sensor. Now, to Greenleaf's defense, I will say that our guy that was in Jeff Vick Kimmer Transmission on Friday, Car Day, said, look, we always verify. We never do let the consumer tell us what's wrong. And that's all right, too, if Greenleaf had said, hey, by the way, we're going to do, no matter what, we have to diagnose. We want to be accurate. We want to, because we stand behind our work, whatever. But there was a little mix-up, and Greenleaf agreed. And
so we got to give them props for being stand-up guys.
Really good, really good. We thank you for doing that, Doc, and thank you, Greenleaf, for coming through. And listen, I just want to make this clear. We have heard really good things about Greenleaf, separate and apart from this. So that's why.
So it's a minor dinger.
It's a dinger, though, nonetheless. If Dragon will let me use it, and apart from this, are you going to let me use? Oh, I know what's wrong. It's my fault because he puts on the sound for my computer dinger, and I have YouTube on, and it makes it crazy. So I have to. Okay, now you can put on my sound, and I can do the old dinger. And there is no such thing, Doc, as a minor dinger when it comes around to me. Whatever, my dinger is always a major event here when I'm doing this, and so here it goes. quite hearty, actually. Okay. Thank you. That's what you get when you get good news. We get the dinger. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank. Hello, Frank. What's going on with you?
Yeah, Tom, I had a well put in at my property, and it started about a year and a half ago. I got an estimate from a drilling company.
Yeah.
He came in, and I said, okay, sounds good. Let's get going on it. So he gave me the paperwork. I filled out for the permit. And
That was a year and a half ago?
It was, November of 2020.
Okay, and did you pay anything at that? Did you pay anything at that time?
Well, I filled out the stuff for the permit, sent it to the drilling company. They sent it into the state for my permit. I filled out a paperwork that they said they were my agent for this. Any future contacts go through them.
Yeah.
So I get my permit back, and the first thing the guy says is, we can't do this fall. We'll do it first thing in the spring. So spring last year, I called. When are you gonna do the
Hold
well?
on.
I said, well, I got
and you had originally called them last year.
Well, originally 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2020. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. In 2020. Okay. So you got the paperwork done when?
I got the permit and everything in November of 2020.
And they
right
still
after I got
haven't done the
permit-
well. Will they at least? Now let me ask you: if you want to get another company, will they hold you hostage on this permit? Is that what they're doing?
No, I had them drill the well.
Oh, you did? Okay.
But I had them drill the well early, about a month and a half ago. They finally said, okay, we can do it. So I called him last spring, and he said, okay, we got you on the list. So I keep calling, when you going to do? Well, my truck's broke down. I can't get supplies.
Well, hold on. But you already told me they drilled the well. So let's get to that part. What's the problem?
Well, the problem is they gave me a bid for $24,000 and charged me $32,000.
Well, that's a big problem. Wait a minute. That's a big problem. They didn't revise the bid?
Well, what he keeps saying is, I didn't send you a contract. Well, I thought when I filled out the permit stuff was part of the contract. That
Well, hey, come on, man, Frank. That's a little crappy on their part. If they made you a bid and they knew it was going to be like 8,000 more or whatever, how much more was it? It was from 26 to what?
It was 24,000.
Oh, 24.
32,000.
Okay, so 8,000 more, right? So if they knew it was going to be 8,000 more, they should have at least told you.
Well, he keeps saying he did, but he never told me anything.
Here's the problem, though. You guys, do you have anything in writing on that 32,000?
Well, yeah, he sent me a contract for $32,000, and I was kind of stuck because I've been waiting for him. I've been working with him for the last year.
Frank, did you sign the $32,000?
I did sign it because I needed a well.
Okay, well...
And I figured by the time...
Whoa, Frank! Frank! Now I'm all confused. You made it sound like he dug the well and then told you it was 32.
No, he called me after I'd been waiting. I worked with him.
I got it. I got it. And he kept delaying, then finally came to you with an $8,000 more contract, and you felt pressured. But the problem is you signed it. Now you can't go and complain about that.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to know.
Listen, Frank, I just said something, and I want to clarify what I said to you. I said, if I contacted a guy and he came out and did the well without revising the bid, it would piss me off. But he did revise the bid. He did exactly what I said should be done. Before digging the well, he should tell you the price is going up. Listen, prices have gone up on everything. Now, why? I don't know why on drilling a well, but apparently something went up. Everything has gone up. It's been 2 years. So the question is, did he have a right to raise the bid? Of course he did. You didn't have a contract.
Okay.
I mean, don't you think that, Frank, don't you think the fact that you signed it means something?
Well, like I said, I feel as though since I signed the permit for him, had my signature on it, and they were my agent, that they'd honor their bid.
What if
I thought that was kind of like a contract.
No. Listen, they don't have to honor a bid if they tell you, by the way, our bid has changed. That's not Otherwise, can you imagine if someone gives you an estimate and they can't change? I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but okay, I have John and Jess are good people here. Noah's Ark Custom Finishes. If you gave a bid 2 years ago, it could change, couldn't it?
Of course it would change because everything's gone up.
Yeah, but you would tell them before you start the job.
Of course, yes. I would tell them before, and then it's up to them if they want to move forward.
Yeah, I mean, but let me ask you something. Speaking of that, how has the supply chain affected you and the paint and all the stuff you do?
It's gotten a lot better, but during COVID, it was really hard to get paint. I mean,
but what about prices right now in general over, let's say, over 3 years ago, let's say?
They just did an increase to 12% at Sherwin-Williams, so it went up
12%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So paint went up 12%.
Yep. Yes, sir.
What? Anything else go up?
The sundries, but not. They're not. They don't cost a lot anyway, so you don't really.
The brushes and stuff. You mean?
Masking tape, masking paper, caulking went up a little bit, but you don't. Like I said, you don't really.
What about gasoline? Did that hit you hard too when you were?
Luckily, not us because we stayed mostly in our area. So I mean, Colorado Springs is so compact. At the most, I drive 15, 20 miles one way. So it's not too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
No.
So as far as help, what about that?
Now help, we can't get good help. So I'm working. I work like 7 days a week most of the weeks, and we've went through about 6 guys in
what?
6, yeah. None of them they say they can do things and they come out and they can't.
So is it the skill or the
okay?
That's what I'm saying. Both the skill and the effort.
Yes, it is.
But do you have a solid crew now?
I have one guy that works with me. Yeah,
it's that difficult.
It's very difficult, and I try to stay smaller so I can be hands-on, and I want to be on every job, so I do like to stay smaller. Jessica wants us to get bigger, but yeah, I don't know. It's going to be difficult because you can't.
You do the back end, Jessica, right? You do the website and all that stuff, and you do the office.
Yeah, yep, I do. I did our website, and I take customer calls and write up their estimates and correspond.
Do you have to be on site to see I mean, do you have to give an estimate? Do you want to be on site?
Yeah.
You have to be, right?
Yeah, like if it's a door, you can send me a picture of a door and I can give you a price over, But if it's a house, I need to go look at it because a lot of houses we're painting, they have that compact or that, the siding. It's that, and a lot of these people go too long. They, after a new construction home, they should paint within 5 years. They go 8, 9 years, 10 years.
Why 5 years?
Because they do such a crap job when it's a new construction job.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So what happens if they wait longer? It's just going to cost more?
Yeah, because the siding and the trim starts deteriorating.
Yeah.
And I have
to make sure it can look great.
All right, hold on. Hey, Maria, if you can hold on, I'll take this. Is this on a speeding ticket?
Well, it's a radar. It's one of those radar.
Is it the one with the photo?
Tickets.
Is it the one with the photo?
It's the photo one.
All right,
yes.
hold on, because we've handled a lot of these coming up. Hold on.
For a limited time, Belco is offering 2.75% APY on a 17-month CD with balances of $500 or more. You heard right, 2.75% APY. To get that higher rate, you typically get stuck in a longer term, like 24 or 36 months. To open your CD, stop by any Belco branch. To learn more and schedule a branch appointment, visit belco.org/CD. Belco membership is required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Belco, banking for everyone.
Floor coverings you can get anywhere, but if you want to save some money, you want Simply Floors, Inc. If you want better installers, you want Simply Floors, Inc. And better pricing for sure. And not only that, but you have a better financing and a better overall experience because of their design consultants designed to help you through the whole project at no extra cost. Whether it's luxury vinyl tile, carpeting, or hardwoods of all kinds, Simply Floors, Inc. That's INC, simplyfloorsinc.com. Sheridan Auto Tech is a place that has everything you want when it comes to auto repair facilities. First and foremost, let me just say they do electrical repair, which a lot of places don't do. They have longevity, honesty, experience, knowledge, convenience, and value. 2 locations, in Lakewood on Colfax and on Havana in Aurora. Find out more at their website, SheridanAutotech.com, or call them at 303-455-7242. An honest, great shop. I refer all my friends and neighbors, 303-455-7242. Plumline's best deal of the year. Buy Oh, wait, you want it up against the wall or like with the background here? Okay. Oh, okay.
Turn to the experts, Plumline and Carrier. Castle Rock to Longmont. Plumline's got you covered.
Is it too dark?
Your trust since 1998. Exemplary character and ethics.
Let's see if it's dark.
Servants at heart. Schedule online. No phone call, no hassle.
Oh, sorry.
PlumlineServices.com.
Oh, that was my mistake. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Nice meeting you. You too.
Feel free to call in anytime things are slow and you want to do a special.
Yeah.
Just call in.
Okay, I appreciate that.
For sure.
Guys, thanks. You guys leaving?
And it's best, obviously, for you.
That's your shirt.
It's best.
Oh,
Do I have a shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to ask. I love the Noah's Ark. I'll wear that. That's cool. Oh, that is so cool. All right.
Thank you.
Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name?
Just roughly how to get out.
Yeah.
Or Sue's. Yeah, no, Sue's isn't. Just show them roughly.
You guys know how to get out?
So when will the pizza be here? I'm just kidding. I asked Sue when the pizza was going to be here. She panicked.
They seem like really nice people, don't they?
They're really nice people.
X-rays on Broncos wideout Jerry Judy's rib injury came back negative, while the extent of Pastor Tan's shoulder injury is unknown. Both are getting additional testing today. Jack Poole starts for the Rockies as they take on the Giants. The Athletic reports the NBA and Players Association will meet this week and discuss lowering draft age eligibility from 19 to 18 years old as part of a potential collective bargaining agreement. I'm Frank Harris.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy, three-time Pro Bowler. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Blindster.com.
X-rays on Broncos wideout Jerry Judy's rib injury came back negative, while the extent of Pastor Tan's shoulder injury is unknown. Both are getting additional testing today. Jack Poole starts for the Rockies as they take on the Giants. The Athletic reports the NBA and Players Association will meet this week and discuss lowering draft age eligibility from 19 to 18 years old as part of a potential collective bargaining agreement. I'm Frank Harris.
Want to save big on new blinds? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Shop Blindster now and save 45% off any order. Just use code RADIO. Offer ends soon. Shop today. Blindster.com.
Tell your smart device to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. And you can hear news and talk that impacts your life.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station. Available on over 2,000 devices.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show anywhere. And Water Pros, by the way, in addition to doing the water, the sink, where you have drinking water at your disposal as much as you can drink, and that is under $1,000 fully installed, they do a whole house system. Now, let me explain this to you. It's a whole I just got an email, and I want to explain this. It's a whole house system softening your water for better plumbing, less use of detergents, better laundry, better skin, better showers, better baths. It is. And it's all installed for under $2,000 for Martino listeners. Now, a guy wrote to me and says, Tom, they're $21.95. The prices went up. That's right, but not for my listeners. So keep that in mind. You say, I heard this on Martino's show. Under $1,000. That's waterpros.net. And I'm telling you, you won't find better systems at lower prices. 303-862-5554. So anyway, Maria wants to talk about a speeding ticket. And Maria, you know, we get a lot of these inquiries, and it depends on where and how you get them, on how you deal with them. So let's take it. Let's tell your story. What happened?
Okay, well, what happened was I actually got a ticket in the mail, and I wasn't the driver. It was a family member.
They want you to tell who it was, right?
Well, the thing is I looked at it. I have to send my driver's license in because I am not the driver, but it's in my name. But what happened was we accidentally misplaced the ticket. So do we just forget about it?
Now,
and wait for them to send us another one?
This is a really good one to respond to. Let's say you hadn't lost the ticket for those listening. If your car is ever caught going through an intersection or doing something illegal on a ticket, a photo ticket, you didn't do anything wrong if you were not the driver. You did and not only that, your car didn't do anything wrong. They cannot ticket or fine you or your car ever. Okay? Now, here's what they ask you to do, because everyone could simply say, it wasn't me, like Dragon would probably do. You know, it wasn't me. And the point is, in order to get people not to do that, they ask you send your license in. You're also not under any obligation to do that whatsoever. Okay? You're not. So, what happens is this. They ask who it was. You don't have to tell them. You do not have to tell them anything. You can't lie to them and say, I have no idea, or I don't know who it is, or my car was stolen. You can't do that. But as long as you tell the truth, and part of that truth could be none of your business, you're allowed to do that. You don't have to assist them in any way, shape, or form. So, you could choose to say, it wasn't me, and send in your license if you want. You don't have to. You can save that for when they serve you, and you go to court and said, it wasn't me. I mean, that's all you have to do. And that's it. But here's the point. Let's say that you lost the ticket. There's nothing you can do about that right now. I would never call them and say, by the way, reissue that ticket for me. I wouldn't say a word.
That's what I was going to ask. Should I?
Here are the ramifications. Let me tell you the ramifications. I'm going to tell you the ramifications of not responding to a ticket. Mostly two things happen. One, nothing happens. Well, three things. One will be you get another warning and then another warning, and they scare you, right? Two, they could just forget about it, depending on the infraction. They might just forget about it, or depending on how many you have racked up in the system. Or three, they could serve you. And that would be a personal service, and it would say, okay, Maria so-and-so or whoever, and they say, show up at court. But until then, you don't have to do anything. The only time
I don't want to do. I don't want to go to court.
No. But see, okay, let me tell you what I did. I never responded to any of them. But one time I got served. And I think the officer let go that they had heard me on the show bragging about it. And I think that's why I was served. Because she said something like, well, we finally got you, or something. She was friendly and nice. She served me. So then I called and settled it or went online. So you can still pay it, is what I'm saying. You might have to pay the service on top of it, but you don't pay court costs or anything. So you always can settle it, okay? So, but if you get served and it's not you, I wouldn't settle it at all. I would try to respond saying it wasn't me, and then if they want me to send my driver's license in, I would, but I wouldn't cooperate in any other way. The last thing they're going to do is put you on the stand to try to hammer you to tell you, like, well, then who was it? They don't do stuff like that.
Well, I know that, but the thing is I don't have the ticket and I don't have any information to even get another copy. So
no, you will. They're going to contact you again if they care.
Okay, so I'll get another one in the mail because I heard last week that it happened to somebody else and they didn't pay it and they got another one stating, you have 10 days or you'll get fined extra money. Okay.
Yeah. And then you have after that, then you still don't have to respond, but you want to, go ahead. That's fine. But you don't have to tell them who it is. You could say, I prefer not to tell you. No, they can't make you, okay? At least not yet. We'll see what happens by the end of this administration, but I'm just kidding.
Not till she's in court and taking an oath.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all.
If she's on the stand...
And they say, who is it? She doesn't have to answer that at all. Who told you she does?
Well, how does she get about not being perjured?
By saying, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
This is not Nazis. I mean, they can't make you tell who it is. They can say, do you know who it is? You'd have to say yes. You have to tell the truth. Right. And then they can go, but they can't say, tell us who it is right now.
Right, but they can say, do you know who it is?
Of course, and you say yes. Then who is it? I prefer not to answer. Now, can they get you for contempt? Maybe they can. Maybe they can. I never thought of that. It's not perjury, but contempt.
Right.
Contempt might be it. I don't know, though. I actually don't know that. I would love, and I know we won't get him on the phone, but we can try, because he's so busy all the time, Joe Lazzara. I'd love to ask that question, Doc. It wouldn't be perjury, but it could be contempt.
Right. If once you say you do know who it is,
it could be contempt.
Right.
I don't know if it. I don't know. It depends, because you don't have to test. By the way, you don't have to testify if it harms you, but you may have to testify against someone else. So maybe I'm wrong in saying they can't compel you. They can in court.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Leland Conway at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories podcast.
Mostly easy driving on the roads and freeways throughout the Denver metro as we hit that early afternoon. Couple spots of drama out there. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into and out of downtown. Heading all the way east, leaving the airport. Pena Boulevard southbound approaching 56th Avenue. We've got an accident, no word of lane blockage, but we've got about 2 minutes of delays for drivers and seeing stop-and-go traffic from E470. Heading all the way to the west end of town, 6th Avenue westbound at Colfax. We have reports of an accident. Once again, no word of delays. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies this afternoon with a hot high of 91 degrees, overnight low of 59. The current temperature in Denver is 87 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Batman is one of the most recognizable superheroes in the world, with media spanning comic books, television shows, movies, and beyond. But a half a century ago, he almost became a thing of the past. Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
FixMyHome.com. Remember that website. That's the home of Fix It 24/7 for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Now listen, you can get them to your house for $39 to find any problem, and then they credit you that if you have the work done. If you don't have the work done, that's all you pay. That's why they're famous for the $39. But I'm telling you, what I really love is their Green Bubble Club. You have never heard me push these service contracts before, except this one. For $29 a month, just the 4 visits you get will pay for that. Now, I'm talking about $29 a month all year. Those 4 visits are worth more than that. You get a visit to refurbish and clean and adjust your furnace. You get one for the AC. You get a full flush of your water heater. You get an electrician once a year to go through your tune-up and smoke detectors and of your panel. and to inspect everything, and you get discounts on anything that any appointments, and you get priority appointments. And if you have to replace anything, every penny you paid in membership fees, $29 a month, is refunded to you. This is a no-brainer. Fix it 24/7, the Green Bubble Club, or just call them for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, 720-526-3939. Let's talk about American Restoration, because it's really critical that you find the right company at the right time when you have a problem with fire, flood, broken pipe, asbestos, black mold, any property catastrophe. The bad company comes out, even if your insurance company pays, because once they pay, they don't pay again. You need the right company up front.